ये माइक वन टेस्टिंग माइक टू है ये
माइक वन चेक चेक 1 2 3 या ठीक है थैंक यू क्या हाल है यासिर भाई ओके
You comes, it's time to head team right and tell us right and electing to bowl first.
Good afternoon. It's a lovely afternoon here at Dubai ICC Cricket Academy. We are at where we'll be conducting this match. It's the ILT20 Development Blitzers versus Marvels. It is live from ICC Academy and we'll be having a lot of actions. It's game number 1 and we are all excited to witness this crucial opening game of the tournament. Well, we have got 2 matches for you lined up. The first one is Blizzards versus Marvels, and game number 2 will be Dynamos playing Pearls here at the ICC Cricket Academy, 8:30 local time. And I'll tell you, today's evening will be a full of action-packed evening. We are all excited and already on the edges of our seat. Well, it's time for a pitch report. We have got Abdul Rahman, who's at 22 yards.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ICC Academy for the ILT20 Development Tournament. It's a special tournament where we're going to find the future stars of the UAE that will be playing for ILT20 teams. I'm here at the ICC Academy. We're at pitch number 1, which is the leftmost pitch, or the Asian pitch as they call it. And if you look down here, it's got a lot of dry areas and some grass rolled into it. It's going to be very interesting, but I'll tell you what. It's not the wicket that I'm excited about. It's about the fact that the leg side over here is at least 50 meters or so. Expect a lot of runs, and I think the captains are going to field first and then chase some totals down as the day progresses.
Well, thank you very much, Abdul Rahman. He's giving his insights. Well, very well noticed that the boundary on the left side of the wicket is quietly on a shorter side where the batters will eye on to score. So definitely there'll be a tactics in play, and in play will be Mohammad Rashid along with 2 captains for the toss.
Thank you, Combs. It's time to flip the coin. Match number 1 of the ILT20 Development Tournament. I've got the star cast to my left, Blitzers, led by Ali Abid. I've got Mr. Basil Hamid, who will be leading Marvels, and the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. Blitzers will be the home team. Ali Abid, flip the coin. Head is the call.
Tail.
It is a tail. So, Ali Abid, पहला टॉस जीत गया आप, मुबारक हो. क्या डिसाइड किया?
हम पहले बॉलिंग करेंगे एज यूजुअल, जो हम पहले से करते आ रहे हैं.
अच्छा, कोई इसके पीछे कोई सोच है या फिर टीम जेलिंग ऐसी है?
नहीं, टीम जल भी है, एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट भी कर रहे हैं, मतलब ज़बरदस्त है. लेकिन कोशिश करेंगे कि हम मोस्टली कंफर्टेबल होते हैं चेज़ करने से, तो इसलिए चेज़ ही करेंगे.
अच्छा, आप लोगों ने नेट सेशंस किए, कैसा लग रहा है टीम का माहौल?
टीम का माहौल बहुत अच्छा है, मैनेजमेंट काफ़ी सपोर्ट कर रही है, लड़के भी एक दूसरे को अच्छे से सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं.
कितना टोटल आपको लगता है कि उनको रिस्ट्रिक्ट करेंगे?
एक्चुअली नई पिच है तो कोशिश करेंगे 140 से 150 के बीच में पकड़ें, तो इंशाल्लाह चेज़ कर लेंगे.
चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट. अच्छा किया.
थैंक यू.
Basil, toss not going your way. What would you have done?
No, I would have bowled first as well, but I think it's a decent wicket. I don't mind batting as well.
What target do you have in your mind?
I think anything above 150, 160 will be good for us. Again, having said that, we need to see how the wicket plays. We have a good, very strong side, so I hope we can put some good runs on the board.
Right, and tell us, this is a new tournament, new changes coming in, drafting coming in. How is your team looking like?
I think it's a good opportunity for everyone. Throughout the domestic teams are playing. A lot of good players are there. So thanks to ECB for organizing such a good tournament. I think our team is pretty strong. It's only a matter of executing those skills and putting the right things on the board.
Your captain not here today. You will be leading the side. Missing him?
Yeah, definitely. He's a gun player. So obviously, due to some family reasons, he's out for a couple of matches. But he'll be joining us soon. Inshallah.
All the best. Give us a good game.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Well, that's the news from the centre then. Blitzers winning the toss and electing to bowl first.
Well, thank you very much out there. Rashid looking sharp, and it is Blizzards who have won the toss and elected to field first. Yes, no reason we see apart from choosing to field first, because there are so many things. But apart from all that, we need to see the aspect of the game. As the beginning of the tournament, you need to understand how the wicket plays, and the ground also plays in the part in it. Well, for that, it's always better to chase runs ahead. With me, it's Faizan Khan joining me here in the comm box. We have got 2 teams line up front.
Thank you so much, Abid Ibrahim. Yeah, it's great to be here at the ICC Oval. We are back after a break, so cricket wasn't happening for a long time. So it would be a good time for the groundsman to actually prepare the pitch. And that is why I'm a little surprised looking at the wicket, because it has a lot of grass to it, as Abdur Rahman was pointing out as well. The ball might just stuck a bit. Let's see. Take a look at both the teams here. We'll talk about the Blitzers winning the toss first, and we'll talk about them. Ali Abid is the captain of the side. Aryan Lakra, there's Ethan D'Souza, Fayaz Ahmed, Matiullah Khan, Mohammad Jawadullah, Mohammad Nadeem, Mohammad Kamran Atta, Mohammad Uzair Khan, Mohammad Zubair Khan, and Usman Khan. So a lot of Khans and a lot of Mohammads in that particular team, and looks like a solid size side, the ILT20 Blitzers.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it looks a pretty star-studded lineup for the team playing. And now, taking ground is to the two umpires here. The most important role they've got here to justify this game and give us their best. I think they need to give a lot of shout-outs to these umpires, the way they work hard, they try their best. And I think that's one thing that we have developed over the years a lot, is our umpiring has been into the different level altogether. That's the team, which is, well, surprisingly, Blizzers not taking Junaid Siddiqui today, whereas he's already there in the ground, not playing in playing 11. And I think Matiullah will take that charge. They have a very big side. There's Aryan Lakra as well in that side, and you've got Fayaz Ahmed, the left-hander, Ali Abid leading the bunch, Kamran Atta with the gloves. He'll be donning the gloves. A lot of pace I can see in this team. Despite you don't have Junaid Siddiqui playing, you've got Jawad, you've got Matiullah Khan, plenty of paces. Nadeem as well, who will play his part with the spin, the left-arm spinner when it comes to bowling, but when it comes to batting, he's your man where you can rely, get you over the par and get you some boundaries.
Those are the two openers for the Marvels here, and I totally agree with the kind of variety they have, the Blitzers, in their bowling unit. They have a left-arm bowler, they have a right-handed bowler, and two very good fast bowlers here. But I think if someone can match them, it's the Marvel side, because they are marveling at their batting resources as well. They're looking like a good unit again, the Marvel side. The two openers are walking down in the middle right now. This is going to be a great game. It is a very exciting tournament. The ILT20 Development, that is what the tournament's called. And today we have the first game. Two games, in fact, lined up for you. The other one is going to come to you at 8:30 p.m.
Well, I tell you what, Faizan, it's not just today. It begins only from today, and it will go on and on till 10th of October, where we'll have the grand finale of this lovely tournament. And shout-outs to the management who have brought this into the picture, where if you go past a couple of years, you wouldn't be wondering the cricket and the amount of the cricket, the quality of cricket is being immensely improved here in UAE.
Absolutely, and with the advent of ILT20, the players have more of a scope, they have more of an exposure to play with all those big players. So I think this tournament is all the more important for that reason, because your selection also would depend a lot on how you perform in this particular tournament. And this is always good for the development of cricket, for all those players who are still developing, who are still young, who still need a direction. And this kind of tournament can help those players. So I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, indeed. It's a win-win situation for everyone here. As our UAE boys need some groomings, they need some developments. And also, the ILT20 management needs some players as well to keep an eye on this tournament. This tournament would be the key factor to select what comes after the best performances of this tournament. I think this tournament's performance will be something these old boys will be hoping to get their hand into the franchise cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a brilliant platform. I think the scouts would be ready, looking for those players that they can get into the ILT20. And that is all the more reason why that this tournament holds a very special place. Jawadullah has the ball in his hand. He's going to start the proceedings. He's been pretty good for the UAE side as well in the recent last 1 year or so that he's been a part of the team. Looks like a very promising young bowler, Jawadullah. Unusual, unorthodox action, and I actually had got an opportunity to meet Bishop, Ian Bishop, and Ian Bishop was all praises for Jawadullah. I'll talk to you more about that, but we are ready here for the very first ball. It's Jawadullah, and Mayank is going to take strike against him. Here we go. Beautifully ball and into the hands. That's anti-climax for the batter. First ball right from the meat of the bat, goes straight to hand. First wicket down already. What a start.
This is the action we were talking about. You will have to be on the edges of your seat. The first ball comes onto the pads where Mayank Chaudhary tries to play a flick shot but couldn't keep the ball along the carpet. Just a little bit in the air, and the fielder making no mistake there. Easy catch in the end. But what a wonderful start of the tournament. This is what we've been talking about. ILT20 development. First wicket, first bowl. Javadullah strikes, takes Mayank Chaudhary out. He has to take a long walk out. He's gone on a golden duck.
Basil Hamid, the captain of the side of Team Marvels, wouldn't be hoping to come in at ball number 2 of the game, but he's there at number 3. You know, in recent years for the UAE, he has played down at number 5, number 6. Now playing at number 3. What do you reckon?
Well, I've been watching Basil Hamid from quite a few years now, since he played his domestic here. Driven, and there won't be any score. Yeah, so I've been watching him since he used to play for Al Nabuda Insurance. I mean, those were the days when I'm talking about maybe 7 or 8 years back. His position where he used to play was at the top order, either number 3 or number 4 position. That's where he feels comfortable. That's what I know about him. But as being a captain today for the Marvels, he chose to come at number 3, which is most important place. The star batter plays on that number. I'm talking about Virat Kohli.
Nicely bowled again, back of the length coming in sharply. So still no runs on the board. This is a dream start for the Blitzers here. Yeah, number 3 position is always that particular position that can hold the team. The whole team plays around the number 3 batter. We've had some greats playing on number 3 in the past. Virat Kohli still is doing that at number 3 in T20s, in ODIs as well sometimes. So yeah, a brilliant position to come and take the responsibility of the side, and this shows maturity on Basil Hamid's part as well. He's captaining the side, and he's one of the most prolific, most experienced batters. Look at that, sliced off the bat but into the gap, timed to perfection as well. That's gonna go. Starts with a 4.
Yeah, bowler getting a little greedy there, trying to trap him in front, trying to bowl that fuller length. Didn't get it right. He was aiming for the stumps, got a little wrong, and the ball got quite easier. The more room you provide, he'll get through. Wonderful shot from Basil Hamid. He just placed it to the perfection. 4 runs, first runs for the team Marvels.
Absolutely, I think you're right when you say that Jawad actually got a little greedy. It was a poor delivery, a half volley. Again, nicely bowled this time. This is a much better length, much better line, and we'll see some tennis bounce on this wicket as well. Tennis ball bounce rather on this wicket as well, because there's a lot of dry grass on the wicket. The ball might just stick a bit. Look at that.
Kind of sticking there, the ball, and also, yeah, you can see the reaction from the Basil. Rather, I think the ball have skid on after pitching. I mean, I think that was a perfect line, and the way he's angling it away from the right-hander. Yeah, hope all okay here. And maybe he's need to gather himself again. I think after getting hit that boundary there, the next ball that he bowled was a very, very good delivery. At times, you need a wake-up call as a bowler as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? And he would be rusty a little bit. Of course, it's just the start of the day, and you're a little bit tired, sometimes a little bit stiff as a bowler. So it takes time to open up. Although these days, cricket has changed a lot. You don't have those looseners anymore.
that's a good delivery there. Just a back of the hand, back of the land delivery there to take single and bring the over to an edge. 5 for 1 after first over. In comes Matiullah Khan, as express fast bowler. Again, from UAE, you'll see a lot of stars from the UAE national side as well, as he's on his mark for the first ball. Straight driven to the bowler. Well, Ashwant Waltappa haven't. Oh, that's a no ball. Hold on. Matiullah Khan has bowled a no ball, his first delivery, and that first legal delivery will be a free hit. Can you imagine?
Yeah, absolutely. Poor start for Matiullah. This is what I was talking about. These days, you don't have the luxury of bowling looseners. You have to get your run-up right. You have to get your line and length perfect right from the word go. And Matiullah hasn't played a lot of domestic in the past few months. So must be a little stiff, a little tight, a little apprehensive as well. This is going to be the free hit delivery.
Oh, that's gone up. That's gone high. Don't matter even it's taken. That's a free hit. All they need to do is try to get a run out. You know, they made it 2 and quite comfortably in the end. Well, is it again a no ball? Just wondering. Yeah, it's a no ball again. Well, it's a free hit again, and there will be action again.
Yeah, the experience of Matiullah, you know, that's what he needs to do. He needs to mark his run-up again. Maybe he got it wrong the first time around. Sometimes that happens to you as a bowler, especially when you're not 100% confident, when you haven't played in quite a while. That can happen to you. Matiullah, mind you, was a part of the ILT20 as well. And he's a brilliant bowler. There's no doubt about that. He's looking very, very fit also after that break that he's taken. But this is going to be another free hit delivery. So still no balls, no legal deliveries in this particular over. And Ashwant, or is it Basil? Basil Hamid is going to be on strike. This is up in the air again and again. Another no ball. This is going to be caught, but it still is a no ball. We'll have to take a look at the umpire once again. He gives it a no ball, and that's going to be another free hit. So 3 no balls on a trot. This is a very poor start from Matiullah.
I'm just wondering what is going on with Matiullah Khan. Yeah, the entire team is also wondering the same. Yeah, you don't need a lot of noises around your ears when you bowled already 3 no balls on trot. Yeah, this will tell us what's going on with him. Yeah, just clearly crossed that popping crease and bowled over the line. You get under pressure, a lot of pressure when you already concede 6 runs without bowling a single legal delivery.
Absolutely. It was a brilliant first over from Jawadullah, and that has been ruined already. Because now you have 11 on board without a single ball being bowled in the second over. Those 2 could have been catches, think about it. Those free hits.
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't be going too harsh if it wasn't a free hit. There
Spot
you go.
on.
Again, a free hit. Onto the patch, first delivery to Ashwant. And might be a... No, that's all good in the end. And this is a first legal delivery. Yeah, umpire is comfortable with it now. Usman comes on to the ears of Matiullah. Matiullah says, I've got things in control now. Let me handle from here.
Yeah, 12 on board, 1 wicket down in just 7 deliveries. So 7 of the over already In fact, this was given a leg bye, so it won't go into Matiullah's stats, but still is the 7th run from the over from just one ball. 3 no balls and a leg bye. And this wasn't a decent delivery as well to the left-hander. It was on the pads. Ashwant Walthapa missed out on that.
You know, he's trying to bowl around those in swingers or seaming in to the right-hander. Earlier even he did the same thing with the left-hander as well.
It's not a good, not a bad ploy in fact, to bowl those in-swingers to Basil Hamid. He likes to go big on the offside. He's a good player towards the offside, but mind you, he's a very good player towards the mid-wicket as well. So he can play all around the wicket. And Basil Hamid, with the kind of numbers that he has had against his name in the recent times, I think he must be very confident of his craft as well.
Also, I think it takes some courage to play across the line to Matiullah. Oh, this is perfect delivery. This is what we've been talking about, that he needs usually, Matiullah Khan. Needs a couple of good deliveries to get his things going and gets that confidence back.
Absolutely. Spot on. Perfect delivery. That's the Matiullah that we know. So he's back in the first 3 balls. He's come back strongly now. 2 leg byes, 3 no balls. So he's given away just 6 runs. You'd be hoping to finish well in this over. Still 3 balls to go.
Yeah, nicely played. Back to the bowler. I think the batters does not really need to take any pressure now because they've got the runs. They've got the runs on board despite losing a wicket on a very first delivery. And now Matiullah, given all these no balls together, has given them some. Yeah, that was the delivery Faizan were talking about. That was absolutely a lethal delivery. A wicket-taking delivery, no doubt about it.
A brilliant ball. Bang on the money. And that tennis ball bounce that was showing on that ball. Picked up beautifully this time around. Flat batting it. 1 bounce into the fence. Ashwant Walthapa on fire.
I waited for the ball. That was the key. Earlier he's missing out on that. He went for the drive, tried to play straight. This time Matiullah was short in the length. He tried to bowl slightly back of the length delivery. And the beauty of Ashwant is that he waited for that ball. And as Abdurrahman was talking about being a shorter part of the ground, yes, that is where we've been talking about. The boundary is slightly on a shorter side on that place and the ball comes back from the bushes.
Absolutely. It's just around 50-55 meter boundary there. So runs can come in on that side of the ground, which is the leg side for Ashwant Walthapa. To the offside this time around, straight to hand. Has he taken it? Ethan thinks he has. He's calling for it. And I think it's going to be a huge loss for the Marvels here. But you have to marvel at the catch if it's cleanly taken. I think Ashwant Walthapa is walking back here.
I think he's gonna. Look at that ball getting a little bit of a stuck. And then he tried to slash that one hard. Because of that bottom hand, he tried to hit very hard. Couldn't keep it along the carpet. No control on that shot. And Ethan plucks that out of thin air. Beautiful take. And it's Ashwant Walthapa walking out, hitting only a boundary and getting dismissed. It's 17 for 2. Well, this is the delivery. Yeah, a legal one for sure. That's first thing they would like to see because a lot of no balls he's bowled in this over. But in the end, well, it's saying that all goes well, that ends well. So he's got a wicket in the end to please his captain. He got a wicket. He's given 10 runs in the over, but picked up all-important wicket.
Yeah, 10 by the bowler and 2 leg byes as well. So 12 of it. It was turning out to be a good over. Ashwant Walthapa just couldn't find the gap there. I think he hit it pretty well, but I think he was a little early in that shot.
Yeah, probably because I've been talking about that ball particularly. It getting stuck there. Didn't get as flowed as it should.
That's exactly what we were talking about when we were talking about the wicket also. Nonetheless, it's going to be Basil Hamid on strike. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders here as Jawad to continue.
Yeah, already wicket to his name. He'll be eyeing for more. Yeah, that's where he's trying to bowl around the pads. That's what you need to do to create the pressure and the atmosphere to get another wicket. Right now, it's Marvels who's on a back foot.
Absolutely. Another good start to the over here for Jawadullah. He bowled a very good first over. Wicket on the first ball and just gave away a boundary and a single in that over. Basil Hamid has faced 10 deliveries. He must be feeling the pressure just a little bit here, Abid.
Definitely, it's a huge pressure. As a captain, it adds a little more. Yeah, second delivery of Jawadullah. Yeah, flicked it on the onside. He's very watchful while playing these shots. He's just taking his time. And he's taken two, I think. Yeah, quickly came back. That's what you need to do is at least try to run hard between the wicket when you're not getting boundaries and also you're losing wickets.
Yeah, spot on. I think that is the basic thing you need to do. I always say this, whatever be the format, be it 10 overs, 20 overs, 50 overs, the basics of cricket remain the same. You need to run hard between the wickets. You need to put pressure on the fielders as well. In comes Jawad again for the third ball of the over. Oh. This is beautifully hit. It's pierced through the gap on the offside. This is what I was talking about when I said Basil is handsome when he plays through the covers. He hits it handsomely to the boundary.
Yeah, that was a special shot. That was top class shot. He's got to the top of the line of the bowler and driven it handsomely. Look at that. He was quite knowing where the ball is and where the fielders are. Piercing the gap, as you said. It's perfect. Lovely shot from Basil Hamid.
Not a great delivery from Jawad though. It was a little too full. He's troubled the batters when he's kept at around the back of good length mark. Whenever he's tried to bowl full, Basil has taken advantage of that delivery.
I think there's also a lot of games they played against and with each other. So that puts a little bit advantage to the batters. They know inside out what the bowler is up to and what he'll be doing. And that's what the experience of Basil Hamid, he is cashing in. He knows what Jawadullah is all about. He'll be angling it away from the right hander. He's kept on doing that. Not now, but even the previous over completely. He's kept the ball going away from the right hander. I'm just wondering whether if he can just bring one back to the right hander, which might trap the batter or trouble the batter with a surprise swing. Because the new ball you have in your hand, you have already got 2 wickets. Let's pick up the most important wicket of opposition. It's Basil Hamid. And nicely glided. And the third will come in. They'll take only single. Rahul Chopra is at the other end. We haven't faced a single delivery yet. But again, someone who you can rely on to give you a partnering hand.
Absolutely. I really like the way Rahul Chopra approaches his innings. He tries to settle down first, tries to accumulate runs, and he can change gears in a jiffy. So he's a very good player to have at number 4. The perfect number 4 you can have. He's looking fit in this kit as well.
I think he's worked on his fitness more. He's a very, very talented player, Rahul Chopra. We know. Oh, a lovely delivery there. Yeah, maybe there was some nick and the keeper did not gather that, or maybe that just dropped in front of. Maybe I'm being too harsh.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it dropped short. Look at that. There was certain edge there. Look at that dropping short of Kamranatha. I think it was very good take from Kamranatha. It's never easy. Under edge, falling short of you. Try to get to it. Feet going nowhere for Rahul Chopra. Not a feature of his batting usually. Usually uses his feet pretty well. Moves around the crease quite a lot. But that will certainly come in the later part of his innings, I'm sure.
Oh, under edge this time. He's not middling the ball at all, but we are being a little too harsh on the batter. Just the second delivery he faced. 24 for 2 after 3. Well, Mathiullah will continue. Yeah, good bounce and good pace as well from Mathiullah. All is about pace and bounce. He loves to hit the deck hard.
Absolutely. With the kind of pace that he has, he puts in a lot of shoulder. And as I pointed out, a lot of these players have worked on their fitness because of that break that they got in the main summer. So they've come back stronger. They've come back fitter. It's good to see that. That is a very important part of cricket, isn't it, Abid?
Yeah, I think you're down.
Apparently not a very important part of commentary, though.
Yeah, Bold, it gave him a lot of room there, but tell you what, Rahul Chopra is new to the crease. He won't be going hard despite having 2 wickets down already. He'll be looking for those gaps, but not now, once he gets settled.
I want you to dwell upon that fitness part just a little bit more. You're looking at you. I think players have worked really hard and you've eaten really hard.
Well, I think
in that break.
I think all we need break for eating, and we need even at work we do eat. I think that's what is making the difference between me and the players. I'm not talking about us.
This one has been swatted away on the leg side. It's going to be only a single this time around as well. So finally, Rahul Chopra gets off the mark here with a single on the 4th ball. It's a slowish start for the Marvels here. And they've lost 2 big wickets as well, Abid.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with the runs. It's that 2 wickets are down already. That's what is coming to the mind of the captain as well, being there, trying to build a partnership. It's Rahul Chopra at the other end who can he'd rely on, count on. We'll give him a company there. Look at that, very nicely played on a back foot. Try to put that ball down along the carpet.
And Mathiullah is looking in rhythm as well. That's good to see. He was looking out of sorts in the very first over. But now he's bowling in his rhythm around that off-stump mark, trying to bring the ball in, using his wrist to perfection as well.
I think he's done his part. He's picked up that wicket, and there's more expectations from Mathiullah. All he can do is he can pick a wicket at the same time. He can create the pressure, which can bring you wickets at the other end as well.
Oh, nicely bowled again. That tennis ball bounce that we have talked about since the start of this match, and we'll see quite a lot of balls like that in this game.
A lovely carry there for the keeper as well. Kamran Atta enjoyed collecting that one. Look at that. Now that is hitting back of the length delivery, maybe hitting some of those cracks, maybe somewhere. It just took that little bit of extra zip. He's a wonderful bowler, isn't he?
Absolutely. When he is in rhythm, he looks really good. He has a good run-up. Good jump on the popping crease as well. Puts in a lot. Look at that again. Into the shot too early. And this has been called a wide by the umpire there, though. Well, from that angle, from straight on, I felt that this was a good delivery.
Yeah, and also just a little bit of a bend from Bazin, not a really, bending it down. And he's a tall man. I think that was just well, we'll keep it to the umpire.
Absolutely, he's in a better position to judge that particular delivery, and I think it was a little too high. Still a decent over coming in from Matiullah. He had given away 10 in the first over, just 3 of the first 5 deliveries of this over. This is up in the air, not time to perfection, still has got enough, has it? Yes, it has. It's going to reach the boundary for a 4. Well, that ends the over. The second over from Matiullah yields 7. It's 4 overs gone, 31 for 2 now. Four overs gone, 31 for 2. Marvels after being put into bat by the Blitzers here. And there's a change in bowling for the very first time. A bowler, a left-arm bowler that I really like. Uzair Khan, he's a very quick bowler again. This Blitzers team is looking like a very good unit here. And they have one player after the another who can change the course of the game. Abid.
Well, one thing I just don't want them to fall on that batting, to rely too much on Usman Khan. Oh, that's a lovely delivery to start with. Uzair has nipped that one back to the right-hander, and Rahul is still trying to get himself settled. So whichever team Usman Khan played for, yeah, look at that. We'll talk about that. But meantime, what a great delivery to start with Uzair Khan. So the problem is with Usman Khan's team, wherever he represents those teams, they rely too much on Usman Khan. What they need to do is just play as a unit. Yes, he's a star player. He's your star batter. But the others need to take responsibility as well. Yeah, let that go. And that's a dot ball again. Rahul was looking towards the umpire, maybe wondering he'll give it a wide.
Yeah, that is a valid point because historically, in the recent past, we've seen teams relying a lot on Usman Khan, top of the order, and he's been in supreme nick as well. He's won matches single-handedly more often than not. So I think, with the kind of team that the Blizzards have, I think they've got enough armory. But you have to let that go of that comfort zone that you are in. Okay, we have Usman, but what if he doesn't perform? You need to be ready for that day.
Yeah, shuffles across his stumps, covers it, and tries to wipe that out, but didn't had a sweet of a connection. Only will get those single run. Yeah, I think meanwhile the recovery has been a little difficult for Marvels. All they need to do is take a little more time, but make sure they produce the result.
Good start to the over though from Uzair. 3 different kind of deliveries that he's bowled in this particular over. Sometimes Rahul, at the start of his innings, doesn't like to move his feet a lot. And that can become a problem for you on a wicket like this, where the ball is not easily coming onto the bat. Look at that. Look at that sticking into the wicket. Uzair is a pretty fast bowler. But I think he was into the shot too early there. Once again, Basil Hamid was looking solid, by the way, on 20 of just 18. Look at that again. Look at that. Just a little bit. That stoppage on the wicket that puts the batters in 2 minds.
Yeah, definitely not an easy wicket where you can play your shots. We've seen one shot particular where Basil came down the track to play Matiullah. He couldn't really comfortably place that one, yeah, because of that stickness on the wicket. Oh, he goes up, he goes high. The fielder comes underneath and takes that catch. It's a wicket, and Uzair Khan has produced a big wicket here. Marvelous bowling this has been from Uzair. Created the pressure and the atmosphere where invited batter to play out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, absolutely. And a good catch coming in from Zubair. This was up in the air. It was way too high. He waited for it, got to it, kept his eye on the ball and took it comfortably in the end. Look at that again. This was short fine leg. Zubair judging it to perfection and diving, making sure rolls with the ball to keep it safe. It's the third wicket down. Basil Hamid will have to walk back, but the umpires are, I think, checking for something here. Yeah, there's a mini conference going on between the two umpires, and Basil Hamid is still waiting on the ground. Maybe they're just checking for a no ball here or something like that. We'll have to get the confirmation.
Yeah, if it has to be, it can be only the front foot no ball. And now I think he's given him out. Yeah, Basil is gone now. They have the captain is walking out of scoring 20 runs of 19 deliveries. The team Marvels is in under a lot of trouble. 32 for 3.
So 4.5 overs gone, and the Marvels are in a lot of trouble here with 3 wickets down, just 32 on board, going at almost just 6 runs in over. And Uzair Khan has picked up a wicket in his very first as well. Last ball of the 5th over. And nicely bowled again by Uzair. This is a fantastic over. Just one of it and a wicket as well. That concludes the over. 5 overs gone, 32 for the loss of 3. There's going to be a change in the com box. It's going to be Rashid Mohammed with Abdul Rahman up next.
Thank you, Faizan Khan and Abid Ibrahim. Well, another change in the bowling. 5 overs, 32 for 3, and it's going to be the left arm Zubair coming in. Rahul brings in the sweep, and that's been played well in the gap, and we've been welcome to a boundary. Abdurrahman, welcome.
Yeah, good looking shot that. And a good welcome for Zubair and for us. Rahul Chopra, very strong on that sweep shot. That short boundary. He's going to target that all day. Good connection as well. So, an on and off start here in the power play. They've lost 3 wickets, but they're going well in terms of the scoring. And as we say that, back-to-back boundaries, inside out, over cover for another 4. Rahul Chopra on the move.
Well, that's another brilliant shot coming in from the blade of Rahul Chopra. That wasn't a bad delivery, but look at the way he's placed it. Brilliant. Getting to the pitch of the delivery and then placing it in the gap, getting another 4 runs. So back-to-back boundaries coming in for Marvels, and this is what they were looking for, probably. And remember, this is the last over of the power play, so they would want to get some runs here with the field still outside. Remember, there are another change in the playing conditions. There's another 2 power play overs between 12 and 18 for the batting side to take. And there's a super bowler as well who can bowl 5 overs.
Well, super bowler for me so far has been Jawadullah. You might see him bowling the 5 overs. Again goes down for the sweep. This time finds the fielder Well, when it's not your day, it's not your day, and the Marvels are struggling at the moment. Rahul Chopra, 9 times out of 10, would find the boundary. This time he finds the fielder, and Zubair strikes after conceding 2 fours.
Well, when it's your day, it's your day, like you said. That wasn't a good delivery down the leg side, and on any other day, that would have been a boundary, but Rahul Chopra not happy with himself. Gone after scoring 10 of 11. 4th wicket down for the Marvels, and they're in deep, deep trouble. 40 on the board.
Two left, coming round, left arm.
New man in, Jeevan Gangadharan. Starts off with a good, confident looking shot, but straight to the fielder. And I think now these two need to stitch a partnership, especially because they've lost those 4 wickets. Let's have a look at that wicket once again. Straight into the hands of Mohammad Nadeem, who doesn't make a mistake.
Yeah, good fielder. Mohammad Nadeem, safe hands. And even though he had conceded the first 2 balls for boundaries, what a comeback there from Zubair. 4 dot balls and a wicket to end the over. 40 for 4 now, the Marvels in the power play.
Another change in the bowling. It's going to be the left arm of Mohammad Nadeem to come in from the other end. So Uzair brought in for 1 over, did his job, and now he's been replaced, probably held him back for the latter part of the innings.
Yeah, that second power play you were talking about. Probably use Uzair and Jawadullah in that. And remember, there's some new innovative rules in this ILT20 development. He starts off with a good delivery and a risky single taken. Push for overthrows now. So the runs scored in the 8 overs of the power play are a special battle going on between the 2 teams as well. Marvels got 40 in the first 6. Whatever they add in the second 2. And then if the Blitzers score more than them, they get that additional point. So there are lots of new rules in this edition of the ILT20, the development tournament, the first of its kind here in the UAE. And what an initiative for these players. What a benchmark for them to set.
That's been played in the gap towards the covers. Will be another single. And you're absolutely right. This is the perfect platform for these youngsters to make their mark and get into that main event, the ILT20. Remember, players performing in this tournament will be eligible to be picked up for the ILT main event.
And what an event that is. Bats this time flicked nicely. That's a bigger boundary here for the left-hander, and they've done well. Good running. Harshit and Jeevan play a lot of cricket together. They know each other really well. Play for the same domestic club. And they know the task at hand.
Yeah, this is very good running between the wickets, and I think this is what they require now. They can't afford to take any risks with 4 wickets down. They'll have to build a partnership, consolidate this innings together, and wait for those 2 overs in the power play, because that 1 point will be very crucial for all the teams. Good Good delivery straight to the fielder. But now you question those tactics. Two left-handers out there. Do you bring in a left-arm spinner?
I think what the Marvels are trying to do is keep that left hand, right hand combinations that every time from every end they can target that shorter boundary. Short delivery, played over the fielder. It's going to race away. No, this is good effort there at the boundary. It's Ozair. And they get only two. Well, Rashid, is that poor running? You have to say they should have run for the third.
Oh yeah, 7 overs done, 46 for the loss of 4. Right, then that's the batting card for the Marvels. Mayank and Ashwant not able to make a good start for the team. Basil, he was looking solid but lost his wicket. 20 of 19, Rahul 10 of 11. Unfortunate way to get out for Rahul, I feel. But now these two, Harshit and Jeevan, very experienced, and they both of these batters need to play out another at least 7-8 overs.
Yeah, they have to. With Ayan probably the only specialized batter to come, they need to put up a solid partnership. A change of ends for Ozair then. Stopped initially, now brought back in. Very interesting this. Good captaincy from Ali Abid. He's thinking on his feet, not letting the batter settle.
Yeah, he's a very, very smart captain. We know and we've seen him a lot in the domestic circuit. That's going to be Jeevan on strike. Good delivery, slower delivery, but straight to the fielder there. Aryan Lakra, you'll see him with the bat for the Blitzers. Good, solid, balanced side, the Blitzers. Marvels on the other end, probably missing the services of the captain, the UAE captain, Mohammad Wasim, not featuring today. He's out for some personal reasons. So he'll probably be in for the next few games.
Well, it's very early to say this, but I'll tell you what. I think the Blitzers are one of the favorites of this ILT20 development. They've got powerful batting. They've got fast bowling to burn. They've got some good spinners in the middle as well. Usman Khan, keep an eye out for him. He's been in brilliant form in domestic cricket. He's been playing franchise cricket all around the world as well.
Yeah, very, very balanced side. And I can tell you, Abdul, all these teams are very balanced. The way the structure was made, the drafting was done. I think this is a very good initiative by the Emirates Cricket Board to bring out these kind of tournaments and to bring out players to play for different teams. They gel together, and that's how you can balance out the form and the skill of the players.
Absolutely. And some high-end coaching staff as well for the teams. Ahmed Raza, the coach of the Marvels, assistant coach of the Emirates Cricket Board international team.
Yeah, and for Blitzers, it's Ruan and Amit Prasele. Both of them also feature in the Abu Dhabi domestic circuit. So yeah, some big names as coaching staff. Rajit also part of the Marvels. And another good delivery, but that's played well. Just onto the onside, and they pick up a single. So this is what they need to do. 6 and over is probably what they would be required.
Again, just looking at all the players showing up for the Blitzers. I'm yet to find a weak link here. Kamran Atta behind the stumps. Solid wicketkeeper batter. Ali Abid up top. Fayaz Ahmed up top as well. Muhammad Nadeem can light this ICC ground on fire. He's done that in domestic cricket.
Yeah, some names to watch out for. And this is the reason why Marvels were probably trying to go big from the first over itself. And that has been their downfall. They didn't assess the conditions well. They didn't see the pitch, how it was playing, because I thought there was a very two-paced wicket. And that tennis ball bounce we've been witnessing throughout, that has helped the bowlers in getting those wickets.
Again, that's the tennis ball bounce as you mentioned, just sticking into the wicket, and just a single.
Well, I hope the Marvels are having a close eye on how this wicket is playing. They've got some fantastic bowlers in their lineup. Taimur Bhatti, Colonel Zahid, two names to watch out for. And obviously they've got some other options in Jeevan Gangadharan, Mohammad Saghir. Then the spin department comes in, Ayan Khan. Ayan Afzal is a brilliant bowler. Zohaib, watch out for him. A brilliant leg spinner. So you'll have to keep it at the back end of the pitch. You can't pitch anything to the fullest, which is where I think you'll get some purchase. As we saw in the first few overs, back of length deliveries is what will help them. Meanwhile, end of over number 8, 50 on the board for the Marvels, 4 wickets down.
Well, Ali Abid bringing in the changes now. It's Zubair who's got in. And as soon as he comes into bowl, Harshit needs no second invitation. Tonks it over mid-wicket for a maximum.
What a shot that one from Harshit. He's one of the cleanest hitters of the white ball. And look at the way he's hit that from the middle of the bat, and that's gone miles. What a brilliant shot. And we were talking about how innovative Ali Abid has been, and I think Harshit has picked that delivery quite well. We were talking about how you cannot pitch it up to the batter. Well, Jeevan has, Harshit, beg your pardon, has taken full advantage of that, getting 6 important runs. And this is smart batting now, taking a single right after hitting that maximum.
Yeah, the one that went for 6, right in the slot, easily under it, Harshit Kaushik. Then just getting his length back. That's the 6, right in the hitting zone. And even though that's almost a 80-85 meter hit, he's cleared the boundary very easily.
Well, this is what both of these batters can do. They're very good timers of the ball. And for that, I think they need to make sure they wait for those loose deliveries. That's a good comeback delivery after that rather full delivery on the very first delivery. But Harshit and Jeevan, they're very experienced, and I think they'll need to bring all their experience into this game now.
Again, just pulling his length back. Zubair, good comeback after that first poor delivery. They need to stop the runs. That's all they want to think about. Don't go for the wickets. The wickets will come.
Absolutely go for the basics. That's what they say. Meanwhile, that's taken the outside edge, running away towards the boundary. And the fielder will just cut it off inside the boundary rope. Uzair Khan does well. They'll probably pick up 3 runs. Good running between the wickets.
Yeah, this is a special ICC Academy outfield, isn't it? Quick as lightning, even though that's an outside edge of the spinner. Almost hits the boundary rope. Uzair Khan does well. And as you said, some very good running between the wickets.
Good bowling as well from Zubair. He's slowing it in the air. Normally likes to dart it in. Look at that, giving it that loop and getting that extra bit of bounce. But this has been a brilliant over for the Marvels. Getting 11 runs off it. End of over number 9, 61 for the loss of 4.
Well, it's Uzair who will continue. Bowling his third over. And I have a feeling Rashid, he's going to be that super bowler. If they're going to use up his 3 overs now, they might be able to use 2 of his overs in that power play. Right at the death, he's a special left arm fast bowler, Uzair.
Yeah, very good problem to have for blitzers. They'll have a number of options to use for the super bowler. And look at that stats for Uzair. Just 5 runs in 2.1 and he's picked up a wicket. That tells you how accurate, how consistent he's been with his line and length. And with 4 wickets down, I think that's what you need to do. You're talking about how you need to go back to the basics and just bowl stump to stump. Let the batters do something out of the box.
One of the things the batters will have to do and think about very quickly is when do they take that extra power play. One of the mistakes people do is leave it right till the end. Oh, it's a dead leaf that bothers the batters, shows that they are fully focused, fully confident on spotting that hand and the ball in the hand. Just a slight change and Harshit Kaushik pulls out.
Absolutely, this is the kind of tournament that you need a lot of focus for. Remember, this is what they're playing for. It's a big event. It's one of the biggest domestic tournaments in the circuit. So obviously, every batter, every player would want to bring out a good performance. Meanwhile, that's been cut behind point. Good looking shot from Harshit Kaushik. It will only be a single.
Well, at the toss, it was Basil who did mention he wanted to field first as well. And Ali Abid calling it correctly. Getting the chance to field first on this very tricky wicket. And so far, it's the blitzers who've got the upper hand.
Doing full justice to that decision made by the captain. Well, Basil was of the opinion that he doesn't want to win the toss. He didn't know what he wanted to do. Sometimes it's better that you lose the toss when you're not sure of what you want to do. But having said that, full marks should be given to Ali Abid the way he read the pitch and the conditions. And opting to bowl first, and his bowlers have repaid that faith, getting those 4 wickets early on and making sure they put the marvels on the back foot.
It just looks such a well-balanced side, the blitzers. No Junaid Siddiqui today. Getting a well-deserved rest. Definitely come into the fold as the tournament progresses, and the blitzers will get stronger and stronger by the day.
Meanwhile, that's a short delivery, pulled away, not in control. Jeevan normally plays that shot really well, but I think that bounce, that ball sticking into the wicket is not helping the batters.
Yeah, it just slows up. When you're facing a bowler like Uzair Khan, you're expecting that ball to come in, sort of hit your helmet. Then all of a sudden that ball comes in just a few seconds later. Current partnership 23 of 24, less than a run a ball. But in the situation that these two have come in, it's not a bad effort so far.
Certainly, they wouldn't mind that as long as they don't lose wickets. Well, that's a good delivery, but an excellent shot from Harshit, placing it behind point for another single. But this is what they're doing well here, making sure they don't take any risks.
And they've taken some good catches, haven't they? Ethan D'Souza, fielder at point at the moment, took a blinder. And the first ball of the match, Jawadullah getting the big wicket as well of Mayank. So they fielded well, they've bowled well so far, the blitzers. We're still at the halfway stage. So far, just the one team on top.
Early days. But at the moment, you're absolutely right. They're in full control of this game. Dot ball to end the over. 10 overs done, 64 for the loss of 4. And that'll bring a change in the voices in the com box to take you through for the next 5. It's going to be Abid Ibrahim and Faizan Khan.
Well, these are the highlights of what happened in the first 10 overs of this first game of the ILT20 development. They started pretty well, but then the wickets kept falling. That was the second one. Some good shots coming in from Basil Hamid, and a miscued one as well. But he departed with this one. Nicely taken by Zubair in the end. So that was the third wicket. And then we got another one on spin. But there was a good partnership going on between the two fielders there. Rahul Chopra just finding the man and easily giving a catch to the short fine leg. So it's going to be change in bowling once again. Ayan is going to come in to bowl. Aryan Lakra is going to come in to bowl. And Harshit Kaushik and Jeevan Gangadharan are the two players, relatively experienced. And there's a partnership going on between them. Talking about that partnership, there's a partnership in the com box as well. Abid Ibrahim joins me. That's Faizan Khan.
Thank you very much, Faizan Khan. Well, wonderful the progress of this work here. Blizzards will be really happy the way the things have progressed. 10 overs, 4 wickets, 64. That is being hit hard. Try to hit that one hard. Harshit is very strong towards the square of the wicket.
Yeah, he's a very good player, Harshit, isn't he? And he's one of those players that keeps the scoreboard ticking on. He doesn't take too many deliveries. If he's not hitting them for boundaries, and he can hit those big sixes, mind you, especially towards mid-wicket, he keeps on taking singles, rotating the strike. And that's good to see. Again, basics of the game.
Yeah, but if you ask me, overthrow there, poor backup. No, they don't run for it. Yeah, smart calling there from Harshit. The reason Harshit playing here is to provide that cameo where you can get those 30s, quick 30s. But for that, your top order need to give you some runs on board.
Absolutely. That's his usual job. 13, 12, 13, 15 deliveries. But today he's playing a different game altogether. The top order has gone back to the pavilion without scoring much. And now, still 9.3 overs remaining in this innings. So Harshit needs to make sure he's there till the 15th or the 16th over at least. And then unleashes himself. It would be very interesting to see how he approaches his innings. This is a test of character for a player like Harshit Kaushik, who knows only one way to play. Hit those big sixes.
Yeah, you need to play in a different situation. As we were talking in the first power play, we were talking about the number 3 position. I think it's very important for any batter to have both the things. Well, one-handed, and that is gone straight to the pouch. Wicket number 5, gone Harshit Kaushik. That's what we were talking about. He had to play long, but sorry, he didn't control himself.
Yeah, that's the problem with Harshit, you know, the test of character that we were talking about. You know, he was put in a spot with a couple of dot deliveries and then trying to go one-handed and just found the fielder to perfection, mind you. This is a big wicket. It's a huge departure. That might mean the difference between 7.5 runs and over and 6.5 runs and over for the Marvel side. Harshit Kaushik departs 18 of 18. It's 66 for 5 after 10.5. Ayan Afzal Khan is the new batter coming in at number 7. He's a much better bat than that, as the number would suggest. But he can not just bat a bit, but can make an impact as well. Oh, nicely bowled by Aryan Lakra. So two young prodigies playing at the same time. Aryan bowling to Ayan, a good sight to see. Last ball of the over, 11 gone, 66 for 5 now. Zubair to continue here. He's given away quite a few, 19 in fact in his 2 overs, but has picked up a wicket as well. He continues for his third over. And another wicket here, another poor shot. This is not looking good for the Marvels.
I don't know what was the need of that. Jeevan couldn't hold himself, just coming down the track for no reason, no idea where he wanted to go. And smart bowling from Zubair. So the batter is advancing down the track. He bowled it wide away from him, and the keeper does the rest. Jeevan Gangadharan is gonna scored 8 runs of 15 deliveries. Not a convincing knock. This is it's 6-6 for 6. Zubair has got his tail up. He's got a wicket very early in the over. And looking all serious. He's not a serious character, by the way. Driven and beats the fielder. That will go all the way? No. Doesn't have enough wheels. But good running meanwhile. They'll take 2.
Another of those batters, Saghir, who's come in, who likes to hit it big. Doesn't stay back at the wicket here. And he tries to go big right from the word go. Good to see a slip in place for Zubair. That's Usman Khan. Trying to go for that quick single. Making sure they don't make any other mistake here. Because they can't afford many more. They are 6 wickets down already with just 68. Look at that last wicket. Nothing short from Jeevan. He was not in line of the ball. Maybe premeditated. And another one. Maybe another one. Kamran Atta thinks that he has the man. And in fact, even Sakhir's body language says so. Because he was falling over while the bails were taken off.
Well, I think Kamran Atta has a stronger case here. Well, completely bamboozled batsman. Beats him with the turn. Squared him up. What a delivery this is. And that's what you need to do. Only pick up a couple of wickets and then you get your ball at the right places and you do the right sort of moves. Right now it was a new batter. Created pressure with the slip on. And I think he's gone. I think Kamran Atta has all the rights to celebrate. He's got the man. Saghir is in big, big trouble.
Yeah, certainly. It looks like it, doesn't it? Trying to go for that shot, playing away from the body once again. Big stride in, falling over, losing his balance. Until the time he gets back, which he, I don't think, gets back at all. He thinks he did, but I think he's going to have to walk back here. It looks very clear. Clear as day. So that would be the 8th wicket down, is it? Gone. Mohammad Saghir Khan comes and he goes back. 2 runs of 3 deliveries. 7th wicket down. 68 for 7 after 11.4 now.
In comes the new batter, Zubair. Zuhaib Zubair against Zubair. Yeah, that's the way to play that shot, which Sarir missed out earlier. You need to back yourself, come on the perfect position to play a drive shot. Otherwise, just stick around, get the body behind the line and stop the ball.
Absolutely, on a slowish wicket, it's a good idea to play the ball late. And he was trying to make contact, trying to force the ball, play a shot where he could take a single. That ends another successful over. Zubair has picked up 2 in this particular over. He's picked up 3 for just 22 runs in his 3. And Marvels are tumbling now. 12 overs gone, 69 for 7.
Aryan Lakra continue here. The 2 left armers. He's bowled wonderful. Picked up a wicket. Been a lot of containing overs from him. The previous over he bowled 1 over. Gave only 2 runs. That's where we talk about partnership in bowling as well. One contains the runs and the other one picks up the wicket.
It's a sad state of affairs for the Marvel side. Still, almost 8 overs to go, and they just won't have enough wickets to put a daunting total on board now. Another single, this time for Ayan. He gets off the mark. Seemingly, it looks like as if Ayan came half an hour back and has faced only 3 deliveries. Wickets have been falling so regularly, so often. It has taken a lot of time for him to get that first single. Zuhaib Zubair, once again, straight to the fielder. What a good performance. We've been talking about how poor the Marvel side has been, how poor the batters have been. But the way the Blitzers have come in and bowled in this match, they've gotten control of the game right from the very first ball.
I think they've done a wonderful job in terms of picking up wickets. They were least bothered about runs. They were about attack, attack, and attack. Every time they attack, they got a wicket out of it. Now 7 wickets down, and probably the last recognized pair batting together.
Absolutely. And what T10 and T20 have done is they've given the license to batters to go for their shots. But generally those wickets are not similar to what we have here today. It's a traditional wicket. It's an old wicket. That is, the ball is going to bounce a little bit. It's going to come off from the surface slowly. So you need to adjust your gameplay as per the plans. And I think Ayan is doing a good job. He is making sure with Zuhaib to rotate the strike, and that is what they've done in this particular over. It's another good over from Aryan Lakra though. 13 gone, 73 for 7 Marvels. First ball from Zubair. Played back to the bowler. Nicely bowled. Quicker one. Flatter one. It's going to entice you to come and hit him down the ground once again. A quicker delivery. Nicely played again by Ayan Afzal Khan. And it is going to be another single. They are dealing in singles right now. It's important for them to make sure that they last till the 20 overs. At least they can get a respectable total on score. If someone like an Ayan or a Zuhaib gets going, maybe 13-run cameo from each of them would do a lot of good for the side Marvels who are struggling at the moment.
I think at the moment the plan should be to play entire 20. If you add another 50 runs from here by playing entire 20, that we're talking about as 8 runs and over. Oh, which looks far distance from here with the left armers operating and purchasing that sort of turn.
Yeah, that was marvelous. To the marvels. Beautiful bowling from Zubair into his final over, and he has made life difficult for the batters. Already picked up 3, 2 in the last over, and another dot delivery. So runs not coming in for Marvels. But as Abid pointed out, the main approach would be to play out the 20 overs right now. Nicely driven, straight to the fielder again. Captain Abid Ali. Oh, directed, and he was in trouble, Ayan.
Yeah, Captain Abid Ali is sitting next to you. It's Ali Abid who fielded there. There's a lot of confusion. They call him Abid Ali. It's rather Ali Abid. Well,
And he always takes offense whenever someone calls him Abid Ali. My bad. Ali Abid.
well, meanwhile, driven nicely all along the carpet. Now these two batters are batting sensibly for now. And they are for sure aiming to play entire 20. 76 for 7 after 14.
Change in bowling now, so no Aryan Lakra to bowl from the other end. It's going to be Jawadullah, who started with a wicket on the very first ball of this game. He's going to come in and bowl his third over. And down the leg side. That's a poor delivery, but Ayan plays it only for a single. So good move, bringing in the fast bowler when the spinners were doing so well.
Yeah, I think the captain doesn't want batters to get settled with one pace. So it's very important to bring a change of pace as well. He brought the fast bowler, maybe to disturb the batter's timing.
Yeah, great point. Decent looking partnership going on right now between Zubair and Ayan Afzal Khan. It's important that they survive the full 20 overs. Down the leg again, a poor delivery. And again, only a single of it. So they've been lucky as well. I think Abdur Rahman was pointing out about the fact that when you have a good day, everything goes your way. And that's another example of that.
We're still waiting for Sunday. So probably Sunday is the best day of the week.
But you have to work on a Sunday. How can it be the best day of the week?
Well, that's what we do. We are lucky. We enjoy our work. We love working. Let's say that.
I don't know about you.
Meanwhile, beautifully driven there. He waited, and now Javadullah really was doing well when he was trying to bowl at the good length area or the shorter length areas. Whenever he tried to go full, he either been punished with the boundary or easy singles has been given from his side. So because he's bowling full, so that he picked up that first wicket on a very first delivery because of the fuller length delivery.
Yeah, maybe. And also maybe the ball is sticking into the surface just a little bit. This is a better ball. Much better. This is the kind of ball that is required from a pacer. Someone like Jawadullah.
Definitely, you are here to stop the timings of the batter. Maybe they'll bring Aryan Lakra from the other end now. They just want to give the fast bowler at this end. Could be the reason Javadullah coming now in.
Fifth ball, short ball, pulled away nicely into the gap. There were two fielders there. He bisected the gap beautifully for 4.
Definitely there is a plan in place from Javadullah, but right now it's not working. That's not the line, not the length where you need to be. That's easy picking for the batsman. 4 runs.
Yeah, that was a poor delivery. I think if he needs to bowl short ball into the body rather than towards the leg side. So some runs coming in this over for the Marvels. Much required, mind you. 83 for 7. Last ball to go. full length delivery. I think looking for that Yorker there, just couldn't get it right. It's Ali Abid who's fielding it, and it's the end of the over. 15 gone, 84 for 7. There's going to be a change in the com box as well. It's going to be again with great inputs, Abdur Rahman, and with great fashion sense, Rashid Mohammed.
Thank you, Abid and Faizan. 5 more overs to go, and the extra 2 overs of power play to go as well, as Matiullah marks up his run up and hopefully gets it right this time. Started off with not 1, not 2, but 3 front foot no balls, and it's come back nicely here. But 84 for 7, current run rate 5.6. They're looking at that 120-ish mark. Will that be enough?
Well, they have to play the 20 overs and then take the game as deep as possible, and towards the end try to see whatever they can get, because at the moment they're clearly on the back foot. Matiullah, like you mentioned, coming in, starts off with a good delivery but played straight to backward point. They pick up a single, so the running has been good between these two. The youngsters of the side, Zohaib Zubair, the leg spinner, Ayan Afzal Khan, well, what a talented pair they both of these are with the ball especially, and now they're coming good with the bat as well.
They'll have a big role to play, very big role to play here. They're going to be defending a very big total, so the spinners might see them into the attack early. Again, play it towards point. Again, taken a single. They've targeted that one fielder. Good intelligent batting, but I do have to question the tactics here. When they'd lost a set batter and Ayan Afzal Khan had walked in with Jeevan, I think they should have gone for that power play, gone for that extra 2 overs with the fielders in and getting some momentum back, because at this moment they're looking at those 2 extra overs with just Ayan as the settled frontline batter to come.
Certainly they'll have to be very smart with their approach, especially with that extra point that you get in the power plays. So they've gotten 40 runs in the first 6. So those 2 overs will be very important, because at the moment I think they'll have to really work, strategize around how they can get that extra point.
Your target maybe 20, 22 runs. Get to that 62, 64 run mark in the 8 overs of power play. And not just try to win the game, but win that extra point as well. All of that is going to add up in the end. Matiullah targeting the stumps. He looks to be in good rhythm, Matiullah. He's been in and out of the international side. He has a point to prove, as you said. All of these lads have a point to prove in this ILT20 development tournament. One man who has proven the point day in, day out for the UAE national side is that man in front of you, Ayan Afzal Khan.
Oh, absolutely, he's been a brilliant revelation for UAE cricket. The youngster making his mark. He's been part of the franchise leagues as well. Tells you the kind of form and talent he has. You know, that was a good looking shot from the youngster. Played behind point for a single though, but that was well controlled.
Yeah, Fayaz slightly backward, as they say. And as you were saying, Ayan Afzal Khan, well, he's the champion of the initial ILT20. So he knows how to win. He knows how to win big.
Yeah, and he's been the savior for his domestic sides on a number of occasions. Comes in at number 6, number 7, and then plays this kind of knock. So He's been in these situations a number of times, so he knows how to play these overs out, and he's doing exactly that, making sure that it doesn't eat up too many dot balls, and he's getting those singles coming in. That is good, rotating strike, and making sure that they take the game as deep as possible.
A good over so far from Matiullah. Just the 5 runs off it. And they are going to push for 2. They're quick between the wickets, these two. Good running. A direct hit was needed. But he's missed out in the end. Good running and a good 2 runs for the Marvels. End of over number 16. 91 for 7. It's Javadullah who will continue. Still no power play. Rashid just having a look at the field. Oh, I think it is the power play this time because Ayan Afzal Khan has found the gap to perfection and there's no fielder on that offside boundary. Gets a 4.
That's a very good shot coming in from the youngster. A little fuller there. Jawad probably trying to go for that Yorker, and he's placed that brilliantly. So I think it is the mandatory power play now, because we're into the 17th over. So after the 17th and the 18th over will be that power play, and they've started this really well. And like you were mentioning, target those 20, 22 runs, get to 60 odd runs in their allotted power play overs, and then just make sure that you don't let the opposition get to those number of runs.
Yeah, they'll be keeping count. 64 the total right now. Oh, it's a full toss and very well played in the end by Ayan Afzal Khan. Umpire sticks out his hand. It's a no ball and a free hit as well. But that's a special looking shot from a special player.
Oh yeah, that's a magnificent shot. That tells you the kind of focus he has. It was a full toss delivery right on the body, and normally players just duck out or they just move away from the ball. But on that occasion, the opportunity was given, and Ayan Afzal Khan placing it perfectly for yet another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries coming in for Marvels. 100 on the board with those 8 runs. And now a free hit delivery coming in. There'll be pressure on Jawadullah now.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. 2 boundaries and a no ball and a free hit. And he slashes hard. This is going to race away as well. Just holds up. They've made a slight change to the field. They get to Ayan Afzal Khan. Might not have a license to drive, but he has the license to thrill here. 18 off 15. He's picking up that run rate very quickly.
This is turning out to be a very good over for the Marvels. And now Jawadullah, after bowling that brilliant first over, picking up a wicket on the very first delivery, he's gone for some runs in this over. Short delivery once again guides that towards the deep third and gets another boundary. This is excellent batting from the youngster.
I'll tell you what, a lot of batters want to throw that ball outside into the roads. And Ayan Afzal Khan, he's deft touch, he's class. Outside off stump, just guides it past the wicketkeeper. No chance for anyone to stop that. And this is turning out to be a very, very expensive over so far from Jawadullah.
Oh yeah, this is turning out to be a good over. This is the kind of over where in the power play you would need somebody like Ayan Afzal Khan, who's got a very stable head on those shoulders, placing the deliveries rather than going for those big shots. Once again, good delivery. This is an excellent delivery. Good comeback and an excellent shot selection from Ayan, not trying to hit it, just placed it for a single.
Well, right, he pointed out he got the 3 boundaries in the over. And then just waited for the ball to hit the stumps and get to the other end. Oh, down the leg side, Zohaib has missed out. The short fine leg fielder was in the circle. It was a free hit. It was a hit me ball. And Zohaib will be livid with himself. That was a very good opportunity to make this that 20 run over that they've needed.
Absolutely. And you did mention early on as well, when it's your day, sometimes everything works for you. But I think it's a day for Ayan Afzal Khan from Marvels. And at the other end, Blitzers are doing a collective lucky day for themselves.
I think Ayan Afzal Khan, every day is a lucky day for him. The way he's been playing, I think it's all about the confidence, isn't it? He just walks onto the field as if he owns the place. And that's the difference. Oh, cuts him in half. Very well bowled there. Jawadullah, even though that was an expensive over, he's finished off well. 108 for 7 now in the end of 17. Well, 17 runs coming in that last over, the first of the bowling power play. 40 off 32, the partnership. Very well done by these two youngsters.
Yeah, and as expected, it's going to be Uzair to bowl the second over of the power play. And this is very good batting here from Zohaib Zubair, realizing that Ayan Afzal Khan is looking really good out there, feeding strike to him and making sure that he plays most of the deliveries in this power play. They've gotten 18 at the moment with 41, I think, in the first power play. They've managed to get 59. So another 10 here. That would make it very, very interesting.
Oh, this man is not going to make it easy, Uzair. Look out for those cutters, those slower deliveries that stick into the wicket. There you can see in the air, in the hands, no, it was Matiullah. He has misjudged that, came in a few meters and then realized the ball was going over his head.
A lucky escape for Ayan Afzal Khan, but he wouldn't mind those. And you were talking about how good Uzair has been with those variations. That showed straight away, bowling it into the wicket, and that just stuck in. And Ayan was too early on that shot, and Matiullah, well, he's made a mess of that.
He's bowling over number 18, Uzair. And I think he will be that power bowler, super bowler. Oh, hit straight down the ground. Beautiful looking shot there by Zohaib. No chance for the fielders. It is that power play. There are extra fielders in the circle. And Zohaib Zubair makes it count.
Well, that's a fantastic shot. Was in the slot, yes, but you still have to place them and place them well. Look at that. That was fiercely hit. Right from the middle of the bat, and fantastic, magnificent shot from Zohaib Zubair. This is what you get when you spend time out there in the wicket. You get your eye in, you pick up those deliveries that are in the slot and you place them well.
Pulls his length back. Nicely done. Oh, what a catch. What a catch. Ethan D'Souza, take a bow, young lad. This is not the first, it's the second catch he's taken. And it reminds me of Ben Stokes against South Africa. That wrong hand in the air, just behind his head. Magnificent.
Well, that's a wonderful catch. Well, definitely be one for the taking. Look at that. Wonderful effort by the youngster. That is certainly the catch of the tournament so far. And we're just into the first game. Brilliant looking effort there from Ethan D'Souza. 8th wicket down, 114 on the board for the Marvels.
Well, watch out for Ethan D'Souza's Instagram page, because that catch is going to be all over it. Magnificent take to get rid of Zohaib Zubair.
Well, why not? I would certainly put it on my Instagram page. Meanwhile, Taimur Bhatti, the new man. That's a very well-disguised slower delivery coming in from Uzair. What an effort this has been from the left-hander. Let's have a look at that wicket once again. Well, I would want to see that over and over and over again.
Brilliant.
Look at that.
Absolutely brilliant. It was his stronger arm. He's the left-hander. But even then, timed his jump to perfection and gives the cameraman a pose. Ethan D'Souza, take a bow.
Brilliant effort overall from the Blitzers. They've been magnificent with the ball and in the field. Meanwhile, what a delivery. Excellent delivery. A fast bowler's delight right in the block hole. Another one bites the dust. Taimur, shot stay for him. Checks out before he could check in. Second ball duck for him. 9 wickets down, 114 on the board.
Taimur Bhatti walking out for a second ball duck. New batter in is Colonel Zahid. Still 2 overs to go. And I think it's Ayan Afzal Khan now. He has to bat out these 2 overs, keep strike as long as possible. Get to that 125 mark if they can, 130. Anything better than a runner ball will give them a fighting chance.
Oh yeah, they'll have to get some runs on the board. On the very first delivery, Ayan has picked up a single. Oh, it's a run out. What an effort. We're talking about how they should play the 20 overs and it hasn't even gone beyond the first ball. Zahid wasn't ready for that run, but what an effort. What a throw that one. He just had one stump to aim at.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is amazing cricket again. It's that man. This time with the right hand, Ethan D'Souza. One stump to aim. No chance for Colonel Zahid. Carrying his bat like a baby. And very poor cricket from the Marvels. Ayan Afzal Khan, for some reason, wanted to take a single off the first ball of the over and give the number 11 batter the strike. Platinum duck for Mohammad Zahid. 114 all out. And the Blitzers, well, they've blitzed out Marvels here today.
Oh yeah, it has been a brilliant effort with the ball so far. And now it's going to be up to the batters of Blitzers to make sure that they cross those 114 runs in no time, I would say, because net run rate and that extra point would play a very, very important role in this tournament. So I think this is what they should target. Let's have a look at the batting card. Was not a very good start on the very first delivery. Mayank losing his wicket to Javadullah. Good catch taken by Osman, and then Ashwant not able to bring that kind of stability at the top of the order. Basil looked good for his 20 runs, but I think pick of the batters in that batting order was Ayan Afzal Khan. 24 not out of 20 deliveries. Other than that, it was not a good effort, not a good day with the bat for the Marvels.
Yeah, 9 extras in that total. But even then, just the 114. Look at that bowling card. Javadullah, expensive in his last over. 17 conceded, but picked up the first wicket of the game. Matiullah picked up a wicket as well. Uzair and Zubair, 3 wickets each. For the 2 left-handers, one a fast bowler, one a spinner. Nadeem, just the 1 over, conceded only 6. And Aryan Lakra, surprisingly bowling only the 2 overs, picking up 1.
Tells you that it's been a day for the bowlers. Does support the bowlers. And this is where probably encourage the bowlers of the Marvels. That's how the innings started. Very first delivery, straight into the hands. And what a good catch that was taken. They did hit some good runs in the middle, Asham Dwaltapa. But lost his wicket at the wrong time. Ethan D'Souza, he's been the man in the field for Blitzers.
Yeah, absolutely. Picked up 2 blinders and a run out as well. Good looking shots from Basil Hamid, but he gave away his wicket cheaply. Again, good catch taken. The fielding has been very good from the Blitzers. Rahul Chopra got 2 boundaries against Zubair and then found the fielder again. Nadeem this time making no mistake.
Yeah, Harshit looked really impressive with the way he was hitting, but I think he chose the wrong end to go for that big shot. It was towards the longer part of the ground and lost his wicket. Some senseless batting by Jeevan Gangadharan. Normally very, very stable, but some good glove work as well. So overall, I think it's been a day for the bowlers and the fielders of Blitzers.
Yeah, they look like a well-oiled unit, the Blitzers. Even with the Ayan Afzal Khan show going on the other end. They pulled it back nicely. Uzair picking up the wicket, but you have to give it to Ethan D'Souza there. Plucked it out of the air, and then that perfect pinpoint Yorker to Taimur Bhatti. And then last run, a needless run from Ayan Afzal Khan. Should have kept strike for the last 2 overs. In the end, they have not played 11 legal deliveries. How expensive will that be? Well, we'll be going for a short break. Don't go anywhere, as the Blitzers will need 115 runs in the run chase to put up the first points on the board here in the ILT20 Development Tournament.
Welcome back. This is match number 1 of the ILT20 Development Tournament. And, what a start we have seen. Look at the scorecard from Marvels. Not a very good looking scorecard there, but a good little 24 not out from Ayan ensured that they cross the 100 mark. 114 is what they've scored, riding on Ayan's 24, the high score of the match, and Basil's 20. Nothing else much coming from all the other batters. In fact, they lost their first wicket in the very first ball of the tournament. So things haven't been looking very marvelous for the Marvels here. But on the other end, Blitzers and their bowlers did a very, very good job. Look at those bowling cards. Jawadullah was a little haywire. 4 overs, 36 runs, picking up a wicket. Matiullah again started very poorly, but eventually finished well with 1 wicket to his name and 24 runs in his 3.1. Uzair, what a brilliant performance coming in from him. 4 overs, 13 dot balls, 14 runs and 3 wickets. Zubair bowled really well as well. There was an over where he picked up 2 wickets. That was his third over. 4 overs, 13 dots, 25 runs and picking up 3 wickets. Nadeem bowled 1 and 2 overs coming in from Aryan Lakra as well. This is how 114 runs were scored. All out, mind you. They could not play out their full quota of 20 overs. The Marvels unit. And in fact, I would want the Blitzers to come in and blitz their way to victory here. That's how you should start as a team. Kamran Atta is the opener, and I have no doubts in my mind. Alongside him, it should be, it must be, Usman Khan.
Well, I think we need to see who is at the other end. But for that, it's very important to understand how they managed to restrict the Marvels under 120 is those middle phase of the game where they have made the changes. Yes, you were absolutely right. Usman Khan is at the other end. You're wonderful at wondering things. But Faizan, the thing what I want you to understand here, what is the difference between this game, how it has been turned out to be. First ball, meanwhile, big swing and away going from the right-hander. And it's Usman who received that quick, fiery, pacey delivery from Temur. So now the difference what I was talking about, they had a services of the left arm spinner Nadeem and they had Aryan Lakra. Despite that, they played the genuine left arm spinner Zubair as well. So the reason they know that how important it is to pick up those wickets in the middle session.
Absolutely. Middle overs are the make it or break it overs in a T20 game. Nicely bowled, beautifully bowled in fact, swinging away from Usman and easily played by Usman. And one difference that I'm sure you'll see between the two batting units as well, I think they were getting in contact with the ball too early, the Marvel batters. They were trying to force the ball through the offside, down the ground, playing it to the onside. You need to play the ball really late when the wicket is slow and you're not sure about the bounce. And that is where I think, the two teams are going to be very different. Into the gap, only a single, and he's off the mark, Usman.
And also, Faizan, watching the games in UAE over the years, that one thing is for certain, weather plays a big role here. It's a different game in the day and different game under the lights. So at times, under the light, batting gets easier. And at times, if you play in the day, the batting gets easier. So it depends on the weather, the air, the wind. A lot of things are there. And dew, moisture, and everything counts in that. But I think batting now wouldn't be so easy to chase 115, I think.
Absolutely. With the wicket, and if the wicket behaves as it was behaving in the first innings, it's not going to be easy to get there for the Blitzers. Nicely bowled again by Temur. A little too full for my liking. Had he bowled it at around the length mark, look at that again. Little too full, swinging away. That banana curve coming in. And this is where I like Temur Bhatti and the way he bowls. He tries to keep the batter on his toes, swinging it away and bringing one in as well. Away swing. Kamran Atta is away as well. This is into the gap, running towards the boundary. No stopping that one. First 4 of the innings.
That's a top-class shot from Kamran Atta. He got over the line of the ball. He just got a perfect position. Head still. And the feet work. Excellent job. And that ball had a lot of pace. And he got through. Lovely, lovely use of the wrist and hand and eye coordination is so perfect. Top class shot.
Absolutely. It reminds me of one Cameron Green, that particular shot. And again, this time straight to the fielder. It was a low full toss, almost a Yorker, swinging away at quick pace as well. Concludes the over. If Australia has a Cameron, here is a calm run for you. 1 over gone, 5 without loss. Usman is going to be on strike and spin from the other end right away. So they know clearly what impact spin made in the first innings, and they've changed the game plans accordingly, which is good to see. And Ayan is a very difficult bowler to get away, even for the likes of someone like an Usman, who's going to be on strike for the first time against Ayan in this match.
Very important for Usman to contribute here. It's still 115, but not an easy. These small targets are tricky to chase, let me tell you. You're always in two minds, either to go for a natural game or you need to plan. They've got the left arm tweaker, Ayan Afzal Khan.
Nicely bowled. Right on the money. Slower through the air. Bowling it full, giving it flight. Everything right about that ball.
Bringing Ayan Afzal Khan early, that's the field set for you. For Usman, they have kept that mid off behind. Probably they want him to take a charge and come down the track or play. So in doing so, if Ayan gets one which goes away from the right-hander, there might be a chances of getting him stumped out, or at least I would reckon have a slip at Corden.
I was about to say that. If you're trying to create chances, don't take half measures. Go the full Monty. In fact, we've seen a lot of times the keeper helping the batter. This time around, it was the batter helping the keeper, getting his tracks right, I think.
I think these are more headaches for the captain to save the time. Even it's a wonderful thing if the batter is helping the keeper or the fielder helping the batter. It's a game which at the end need to be play and on the discipline, and it's always great to have a help of each other.
Absolutely. Usman. 1 run of 5 balls. Normally you wouldn't see that. Usually starts off with a blitz. But for the blitzers, he's very quiet right now. Nicely bowled again. Good bounce again coming in from Ayan. And Usman's expression will tell you that that was an exemplary delivery.
Just playing that shot before that, his bat got stuck there and just he's got slipped out. So he's just thought not to go for the shot. It's very important to have a confidence before you play the shot. When the bowler is running around you and trying to deliver, you forget everything and just focus what the bowler is up to.
Absolutely. Confidence is the key. Coming down confidently. And Ayan, the wily Ayan, pulling his length back. Well bowled. Beautifully bowled, young man.
This is what I was talking about. This is what they have intent. Slip at Corden is so important here. So make Usman not to be comfortable on his position. That's a maiden over from the young man Ayan Afzal Khan. What a over that has been. And that too, someone like Usman Khan. It's 5-for-none at the end of 2. Temur, meanwhile. Oh, Kamran Nata. I must be having some bruises tomorrow when you wake up.
Yeah, quick into the ribs. Yeah, good to see Temur going up to the batter. Kamran says he's all right. So that's another good thing. It was pretty quick. He was very late on that shot. Oh, and into the midriff. One of the most painful blows. And the way Temur Bhatti bowls, he bowls consistently at 135k plus.
It gets even more quicker once it bounces. Really must be a painful blow there.
He's all right. Good to see that. Temur Bhatti continues. Good start from the Marvel bowlers. And as I said this, that's an extra delivery. Wide call.
What I wonder, been seeing Temur from the last year, every time I see Temur, look at that pace he generates. He's got that shoulder, a lot of use of the shoulder, lots of effort that he puts from the upper body. But the problem is with this sort of a run up, with the short run up, the kind of run up he has, I worry about the injuries.
And look at that again. Yeah, very important point. But the good thing is his follow through is pretty good. So he goes with the pace. He doesn't stop right there. I've seen a lot of bowlers do that, and that puts a lot of pressure on your knees, on your back, and on your thighs as well. So that's one good thing. But sometimes you're right, Abid. When you're trying to bowl it from a very short run-up, you don't create momentum through the run-up. So all the power comes in from the shoulder and from the back. Nicely bowled. This is a no ball though. A no ball given by the umpire. It's gone to third man. And Temur Bhatti, 2 wides and now a no ball. This is not good. Usman is going to be on strike. He was not looking comfortable in the last over, but he will take that freebie now.
Yeah, definitely. That no ball will give a little bit of an extra edge to the batter, and that too Usman, who was, as you mentioned, was struggling in the last over against the spin. He would enjoy facing Temur now, especially when it's free hit. Clearly over the popping crease. And you need to re-bowl that one, and that too would be a free hit. All set, 9 bowls, 1 run Usman Khan. Oh, he creates that and hits it beautifully over the point region. 4 runs. That's the first boundary for Usman.
In the recent few matches that I've seen Usman in after the break especially, this is what he tries to do right from the word go. He tries to create room and play it over backward point. Look at that. Tries to create room, shuffles, trying to confuse the bowler, and then playing it over backward point. He knowingly played it there. Look at that. Sliced off the bat. And Usman has been pretty successful doing it in this domestic season already. We saw 3 centuries from him in the last domestic tournament.
Just wondering, how does he have so much time in the crease? I mean, someone is bowling at 135, at least 130. And if I'm the batter, I hardly will have time to get the fraction of the ball. But he does maneuver around, the shuffling around, the so much of work, how he creates that time.
That's his greatness, isn't it? And that's the difference between good batters and great batters. Beautifully played. Caressed through the offside. Hasn't got enough on it to take it to the boundary, but it'll still be easy too for... and they're running hard. I think it's 3 runs here. Good running between the wickets. Yeah, I think they've taken 3 there, Abid.
Yeah, that was the longest part of the ground probably, because he just hit it firmly. Didn't drive it hard, but look at how Kamran Atta is running. He is the one who forced Usman to take the third. Look at now here. He is the one who's pushing it. It's always the wicket keepers who's very quick between the wickets.
Yeah, agile is the word. Yes, certainly. So talking about that, yeah. We were talking about Usman, how he has all the time in the world to face fast bowlers. The key is to play late. There have been a lot of players like that who've got that lazy elegance and edged. Oh, this is very bad. This has gone towards the boundary. It's a hurting 4 runs for the bowling unit.
Yeah, unlucky there for a bowler. I don't think so. It was a kind of a shot which is needed here. You already got a lot of runs in this over. You got a boundary from Usman, and now Kamran is just trying to hit it over the long on. Not an easy shot to execute in this wicket. The wicket has has something, and you've been a wicket keeper. You've seen how your bowlers responded to this wicket and how this wicket had played against the pace, against the spin. You just can't be throwing kitchen sink at it.
Nicely bowled again to end the over. That's a Yorker. 3 overs gone, 20 without loss now.
There you go. Ayan Afzal Khan comes in to bowl. He's already bowled a maiden over. Oh, look at that. A very smart batting now. Usman is not trying to attack Ayan.
Absolutely, very smart thing to do. He knows that Ayan is bowling well. He knows that Ayan's got just 4 overs. And he knows the required run rate is below 6 runs in over. So there's nothing much he needs to do. He was gearing in for a sweep shot, and that is where the time comes in. The point that we were talking about in the last over. He has all the time in the world to change the shot just at the last moment and tickle it around the corner for a single. Wonderful to see that.
And what I see is that he changed his mind after ball got pitched. So it was hardly fraction of seconds.
Would be interesting to see what Kamran Atta does against Ayan Afzal Khan, because I think the idea is that Kamran will take the charge in the first few overs, the power play overs. Nicely bowled by Ayan. He's bowled 8 deliveries for just a single. This is a brilliant start for the young man. One of my favorite players for the UAE as well. This is up in the air. There's a fielder there. Can he get there? Good work. Very good work by Zohaib. And that's going to be a couple of runs again. So a daring shot coming in from Kamran Atta.
Yeah, quite bit of a strong shoulder there from the fielder. Zohaib Zubair. Look at that. He was looking for the big shot, and that's where his favorite position is. And look at that collection. I think the fielding has been something that the entire domestic has been working well on.
Oh, nicely bowled. Quicker ball. Nicely played as well. Dangerous shot. But he's played it to perfection. And another good work in the field. This is brilliant to see. We'll have to check, I think, for the replays. But definitely seems like a clean save for his side, the Marvels. Look at that again.
You need to do that when you just start defending 115, and I think he's done well. Wonderful work from Rahul Chopra. He's certainly saved chevrons for his team by giving a little bit of extra effort. That's what you need to do in the field. Every effort counts, and even if you put a slight bit of an effort, it makes a lot of difference. Still, I think they're checking, but this angle will tell us a better story. I think he's done well. It's just that his body is not touching any part of that drop.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's a clean save. He was very quick to let go of the ball. And it was again a fraction of a second, mind you. Had the ball been in contact with the hand for a fraction more, it certainly would have been given 4 by now. A difficult one for the third umpire though, because sometimes you need to be sure in a low scoring game that you just don't give away anything. That's a little suspicious. I think the umpires have done well till now. They're still taking a decision. For a moment, I thought the umpire was giving it a 6.
But I haven't seen. But all this time, I think this is where you can see batter and a bowler, they are chatting. And this is where Ayan can learn so many things from Usman. That's very important to learn from the seniors. And this is how Rahul Chopra put us on hold. We are just checking on whether it is a boundary or not. This is where he was still intact with the ball, and then I think it's not a boundary.
Yeah, I think he's safe there. That's what I think as well. But I think the umpires are seeing something else that we are not.
Indeed. Looks a little bit of a concern there. It's just that front foot, the knee area, whether it is touching the rope or not. That's what we are taking the confirmation for, and the wait is to get the confirmation. Will he save those 2 runs?
I think it's clean. It's a clean save. Good work there by Rahul Chopra. The decision has been made. And a dangerous looking shot from Kamran Atta has gone for just 2 runs here. So 5th ball of the 2nd over from Ayan. 4th over in progress for the Marvel side. And again waiting for the ball in the air. Taken, easy catch. Rahul Chopra making no mistake this time around again. And the first wicket down. Kamran Atta, who was looking threatening, has walked back.
Yeah, wonderful stuff there. He kept on bowling on the right line. This time he took the pace off, gave Kamran Atta a lot of time to play that cut shot, and that's what was the trap. And he's certainly full on the trap hit. This is Kamran Atta departing, scored 13 of 11 deliveries. It's 25 for 1. Well, this bowler, Mohammad Zaid, haven't bowled yet. He's expressed quick. He's been taken out of... for now, they might bring him at that middle session where we've been talking about. It's so important to pick a wicket there. Ayan has got the wicket, but what wicket they're aiming is a wicket of Usman Khan.
Absolutely. They would need to get that wicket to get this match towards some thrill in the later part of the innings. Nicely bowled as Ali Abid comes into bat. That's the end of the 2nd over from Ayan. He's given away just 5, picked up a wicket as well in his 2 overs. It's 4 overs gone, 25 for 1.
Yeah, taking out of the attack Temur, and they bring in another express fast bowler. Mohammad Zaid. Oh, a lot of movement and a lot of pace there. An umpire calls it wide, not a legal delivery there.
Yeah, Zahid was trying to bluff the umpire by appealing on that one. That touched nothing at all, but it was not a bad delivery by any means. Just a few inches towards the off stump. It would have been a very, very good delivery and a good take from the keeper as well. Very good start from Zahid. This is the first time I think I'm seeing Zahid perform.
Well,
or maybe he's changed his look.
yes, certainly he did. He's got his burden off. The hair. Oh, the thing he need to do is control the swing. The first delivery we saw that there was a seam movement. Now it's swing.
Yeah, certainly. He needs to control that swing. and he's getting some late swing as well. Two back-to-back wides. Look at that. Good take from the keeper once again. I think it's Ashwant Walthapa behind the stumps. Well done, Ashwant. Usman on 9 of 13. Usually it's the other way round in terms of figures. Trying to overcompensate, and this time it doesn't swing at all. So it's a wide outside the off stump now. 3 back-to-back wides here. Not a great start for Zahid.
Yeah, the soon you bowl those 2 wide deliveries with the new ball, it clearly shows that you're really not up to the mark. That was the first one, and then second one, which swung a lot. And now here, he wanted to bowl on the offside. He's just got a little too much.
This time it's a better delivery to Ali Abid. Outside the off stump, back of the length. This is where you need to bowl. Maybe a couple of inches inside.
I don't mind if you drop your pace a little bit just to get things right, and then you can start your pace and really you can bend down as you go further. But it's very important for the first few deliveries to get the line and length right.
When you get the swing as a bowler, it's sometimes a double-edged knife for you. You know, you would want to get the ball to swing and you're bowling at pace. So you try to swing it. But sometimes it works against you as well, and that is what has happened in this over for Mohammad Zahid. Nicely played eventually towards third for a single.
Yeah, I mean, Zahid is someone who's I think, fastest quick bowler that we have in the domestic circuit. So with the pace, these things do follow. But the accuracy is the key. The more practice, the more sweat and hours you give yourself in the training, the better it produces the results.
Absolutely. Nicely bowled. Well left as well. Usman read that ball really well. Had it swung a little bit this time around, would have been trouble for Usman Khan, who's looking very, very different today. The kind of knock that he's playing. Possibly he's given the task to play the sheath anchor role for his side today. It's a smallish total they're chasing. They're looking decent as of now. Only a wicket down, 30 on board into the 5th over. They don't need to go beyond 6 runs and overs to get this target. 115. It's below 6. Nicely played again towards the third again. So there's no intent coming in from the batters to hit those boundary shots. They're content taking singles, and they've done a decent job at that till now.
Well, Faizan, what I reckon is why Usman is playing differently is because this wicket is different. He understands the game better and he knows when to score runs. Yes, there is no such as pressure now. But if he takes his time, we'll see those shots that we all are waiting for.
Absolutely. Maybe you're absolutely right, I think. The wicket is different, although it's behaving well under the lights right from the word go. It's not as troublesome as for the batters as it was in the first innings. Look at that zip coming in from the bowler. In the first innings, we saw the ball stopping a little bit. We saw the tennis ball bounce, which we haven't seen in this innings till now. So it's zipping just a little bit. We just went outside. It was slight bit of humid as well. So maybe that works under the lights for the batting unit.
Yeah, and in both the occasions I've seen, Zahid has beaten Ali Abid with the extra bounce. Yeah, this is where you can see to play that bounce, you had to really jump it and play that one. Meanwhile, that brings the over number 5 to an end. It's 31 for 1, and with that, there'll be change in the voices here in the comm box. It will be Mohammad Rashid alongside him. It's Abdur Rahman Tariq.
Thank you, Abid Ibrahim and Faizan Khan. 5 overs done, 31 for 1. Blitzers, sedate start for them, even though Usman Khan is still out there. They've lost Kamran Atha. What a spell this has been from the young Ayan Afzal Khan. First with the ball bat, played a good knock, and now with the ball, just given away 5 runs. Oh, that's been picked and played well in the gap, and that'll run away towards the boundary. Good looking shot coming in from Usman Khan, and another good welcome for Abdurrahman.
Yeah, as soon as we walk in, seems the boundaries on display. Good looking shot, picked it up nicely. Played it over square leg for a boundary. Good way to start the over. Again, that point, that extra point that we were talking about, Rashid, the power play point, they have to keep that into consideration. The Blitzers.
Absolutely, it'll be very vital. Like good comeback and intelligent cricket from Usman Khan. He's playing very watchfully here, rightly so. They don't have a big total to chase down. All they need to do is make sure they play out the 20 overs and they'll get it done and dusted. Meanwhile, for Marvels, they have to pick up wickets and they have to pick them up very, very quickly.
Intelligent cricket. Again, Ali Abid, highly experienced. The captain of this Blitzer side. Good to see him leading this team here.
Oh yeah, and good to see coming in at number 3, taking responsibility, and that's what you need from your senior players, especially from your captain, to lead from the front, and he's certainly doing that at the moment. Oh, good delivery, excellent delivery. I would want to see a slip in place. He's getting the ball to turn as well, and Ayan, well, you need wickets, you need to field a little more aggressively.
Yeah, they're not chasing a very big total. So the Marvels will know they have to pick up wickets and quickly. Rightly said, should have a slip fielder in place, especially with Usmani struggling against Ayan. Just that one boundary, played out a maiden over as well, the first one that he faced.
Yeah, good bowling from the youngster, and that was probably the first loose ball he bowled. And Usman was up to the task. Good shot, just placing it towards the offside and picking up a single to end the over. Power play done and dusted then, 38 for 1. The Blitzers chasing 115. Right, then Colonel Zahid will continue, gave away 6 runs, and 3 of them were wides, I think. These fast bowlers, they do take some time. Once they get going, I think he's the impact player for Marvels. They'll need to pick wickets.
Oh, good looking shot, but straight into the hands of the fielder. Looking for that single. Yes, I think Colonel Zahid probably has that license to just come in and bowl as quick as possible, not care about the extras or the number of runs he's given away.
Absolutely. And for that, I think he needs to be a little more straighter. At the moment, he's a little wide, and Usman Khan and Ali Abid, both class batters, they'll probably just play him out. So he'll have to target the stumps and make sure they do something out of the box. Good looking shot. Played towards square leg, will be a single. So do you think right approach from these batters, just waiting for that odd loose delivery and making sure they keep rotating strike?
Well, when you have a batting order as power-packed as the Blitzers, I think as their names suggest, they should go for that blitz early on. Very sedate start. What you don't want is to play slow, just add pressure on the batters to come.
Completely agree with that. If you lose a couple of wickets in the middle, that can put a lot of pressure. Oh, good. That was a good delivery, good change of pace, almost deceiving Ali Abid.
But I guess the challenge is that it's not an easy wicket to bat on. Even in the first innings, we saw the Marvels struggle against that cutters, the slower delivery just sticking in. And Colonel Zahid, well, he is express pace. So that slower delivery is the surprise delivery.
Oh, what a good delivery that was. Almost got that wicket of Ali Abid. Just couldn't continue. He just continued with his follow through. Just couldn't hold himself to take that catch. And I think Blitzers, they're not concentrating on that one point. They're looking for that win at the moment.
Pulls it hard, but straight to the fielder. That's the one challenge that these guys have as well. The dimensions of the ICC Academy outfield, very short leg side boundary. So if you err just a little bit on the leg side, Colonel Zahid trying to keep it outside off stump, make them play to that bigger boundary. There you can see, very orthodox field. 4 fielders in the circle, all on the offside, all the protection on the leg side.
Yeah, good point. He'll have to make sure that he bowls some good deliveries. That's an excellent delivery. Once again, that slower delivery, dipping into the right-hander. And I think that's what they need to do. They need to bring in variation. They need to do something out of the box here, especially to pick that wicket of Usman Khan. If they can manage to pick a wicket, especially of Usman Khan in these next 2 overs, that'll open up the batting lineup of the Blitzers.
What I also think here, Blitzers are just trying to play out the 2 premier bowlers, Ayan and Zahid. And then you have 3 or 4 different bowlers to target. Remember, there is the power bowler or the super bowler, as they say, who can bowl 5. Might be Ayan himself, could bowl 5 on the trot. You never know.
A good delivery once again on the stumps, and this is what you need. Good over coming in from Colonel Zahid, just 3 runs off it. 7 overs done, 41 for the loss of 1. Well, looks like it's going to be trial by spin then. Zohaib Zubair, the young leggy, coming in. And I think this is a good move coming in from the Marvels. Trying to change the pace.
Well, it's all going to be down to these 2 spinners, Ayan and Zohaib Zubair, bowling to that bigger leg side boundary.
And a good change coming in. I think this is going to be an interesting move. They need to get a slip in. Oh, good delivery to start with. That's an excellent delivery. And when you beat Usman Khan, when you make him struggle, I think that's half the battle won.
Yeah, he's very strong against the spinners. There you can see he didn't read it at all. Was trying to read it off the pitch. And very lucky to get some bat on it. That would have been a very loud appeal had it thumped into the pads.
And I think probably the finger would have been raised. Meanwhile, he's a different kind of bowler. He's a quicker leg spinner. So you'll have to be very careful against him. Oh, Saghir making a mess of that. They'll come back for those 2 runs. Good running, excellent running between the wickets.
Mohammad Saghir, haven't seen him bowl yet. But they have to be switched on. They have to be aggressive in the field. They're not defending a very big total here, the Marvels.
Absolutely. We saw how good the Blitzers were in the field, especially Ethan D'Souza. He was electrifying. Drill down towards long off for a single. This is very smart batting from Usman Khan, making sure that they keep rotating strike and keep putting pressure on the bowler to try and just make him do something extraordinary. In that, they can get that loose delivery to get a boundary.
Ali Abid in at number 3. 9 deliveries for his 3 runs. Gets another single. I think if I would have made any change here for the Blitzers, Rashid, I would have probably sent in Fayaz Ahmed at number 3 to keep that left hand, right hand combination going, especially against the 2 spinners. turning away from the right-hander into the left-hander. They have quite a few left-handers, Ethan D'Souza in the middle as well for Yaz Ahmed as well. And then they've got right-handers like Muhammad Nadeem to come and tonk the ball.
Not to forget Uzair Khan. He's another good player and he's been having a good day. So when it's your day, everything turns into goal for you. You know, that's a good delivery. Encouraging signs for the young leggy. The ball is turning away. So I would probably want to see another fielder inside the 30-yard and a slip in place to make the batters do something differently. He's tried to do something differently. Places it towards backward square. Long leg rather. And they'll pick up a single to end the over. Another good over coming in. 5 runs coming of that one. 8 overs done. 46 for the loss of 1. Very careful on what lengths he bowls to these two. They're excellent batters. Starts off with a short delivery, placed it well behind point for a couple of runs. Usman is looking very decent out there. He was struggling against the spinners, but I think this is the right move coming in from Basil Hamid, the captain. He's making sure that he holds a few overs, 2 overs especially, of his premier bowlers, because those 2 power play overs will play a very vital role in this game.
Yeah, I think that's why he's held on. Oh, it's a poor delivery. Saghir losing the plot here. You're not defending a very big total. Every delivery counts. What you cannot do is bowl a short delivery down the leg side to a batter like Usman. He gets a boundary.
Easy pickings for Usman. Didn't have to do much. Just clear that fielder at short fine leg. That was easy 4 runs for him. So that boundary coming in, easing the pressure that was being built from the last couple of overs.
This time trying to guide it down towards off stump, towards the third man. Not getting any connection and lucky not to get an edge. That's the delivery you have to continue to bowl, Saghir. That's the bigger boundary on the offside. That's the protection that the captain has given you.
Absolutely, and you have to be very careful. But this is very intelligent batting here from Usman Khan and Ali Abid. They realize that this is not a very easy batting track, so they'll just go for those singles and doubles and wait for that loose delivery to get a boundary and keep putting pressure. They are going at run a ball and they're making sure that they keep that required run rate in check with the batting lineup they have, 9 wickets in hand. I think this is very, very good batting.
Yeah, the required run rate less than a run a ball. But what you also want to do when you're chasing a small target like 115 is try to get to it as quickly as possible. Remember, net run rate, the power play points, all of that is going to play a crucial role as this tournament progresses.
Well, when we get towards the business end of the tournament, I think that is where it will really count. And that's when teams would realize probably that how important these 1 points are. At the moment, I think Marvels are trying to target that 1 point. Once again, just guides that towards deep third for another single. 9 runs coming off that over. That's proven to be a good one for the Blitzers. 9 done, 55 for the loss of 1. Zohaib Zubair to continue. Gave away just 5 in his first over, and that's been played well by Usman Khan. Running away towards the boundary. That's an excellent shot. Played it late and in the gap for 4 runs.
And again, targeting the shorter boundary. Usman Khan, very experienced, knows his angles. Just outside of some slight width on offer. And all he does is place it into the gap and gets a boundary. Moving along nicely now, Usman Khan.
Yeah, that's a very smart shot from Usman Khan. That's a better delivery. Excellent delivery. Good comeback there. Zohaib just making sure that he bowls it closer to the stumps.
You don't want to give him width. You don't want to give him room to free his arms. So good on the offside. And then anything right around that middle and leg stump, he'll get down on one knee and sweep it towards the boundary. Such a difficult batter to bowl to.
And I would want to target that middle stump and try to force him to go for that shot towards the onside. Play across the line. And that is where you can probably induce a top edge and get a wicket, get a leg before or something of that sort. Because at the moment, bowling anything outside off stump, like you mentioned, is very strong there.
Yeah, you want to use the wicket that they've given you. It's a wicket that is favouring the bowlers. There you can see brilliant delivery. Turn and bounce and beats Ali Abid. All ends up. No chance of getting any bat on that.
Yeah, straight away you see the acknowledgement from Ali Abid. Look at that. In no position to play that. That is where I would want to see a slip. Get a slip in place. He's a quick bowler that zipped away from Ali Abid.
Now again, just outside off stump. And he does well. Zohaib Zubair has seemed to change his action a little bit. Looks a lot like Karthik Meyyappan now. Zohaib with that high arm, that jump, getting a lot of purchase off the wicket.
Yeah, and good to see the youngster is getting some turn as well, which always creates a doubt in the batter's mind. Slightly short, and that's been played down towards long off. Wanted to play it towards the onside, but somehow places it towards the offside. Well, it's a no ball. Can you believe it? A leg spinner bowling a no ball.
Oh, it's criminal. Absolutely criminal. Doesn't matter which format you are in. A spinner bowling a front foot no ball is just a no-go for me. And then you argue with the umpire saying, no, my foot was right on the line. Well, mister, that line is just for guidance. Keep it behind it.
And guess who's going to take the strike? It's going to be Usman Khan batting at run a ball 35. This is the last thing you would want to see. Not defending a big total and bowling a free hit delivery to Usman Khan, who's got the license to go big now. Expect a big shot to come.
Oh, he's almost taken Ashwat Valtappa's head off. Went for the reverse sweep. The ball was right at that leg stump. Adjusted it nicely and has played it right behind the wicketkeeper to end a very expensive over. 66 for 1 at the halfway stage. Blitzer, there will be change in the voices. It will be Faizan Khan and Abid Ibrahim to take you through the next 5.
Well, meanwhile, it's 66 for 1, and Mohammad Sagir comes into the attack. He's given 9 in his first over, and probably he would be looking for the wicket. See, the problem is, Faizan, the team Marvels has not been able to pick up any other wicket apart from Kamran Atta. They really need a breakthrough here. You see, Ali Abid is playing a smart. 16 balls he has played and got 6 runs only. On any other day, you would say that is not up to the mark innings. But looking at the conditions and the circumstances of this game, oh, that would have been goner for sure. But they need a wicket somehow or the other. The team Marvels are desperate for a wicket here.
Absolutely. Yeah, Team Marvels is in need for an Avengers here who can come up and take a wicket. Because it looks like a very, very tall ask from them defending this not even modest total of 115. 115 is the target, mind you. They scored just 114. Rahul Chopra once again in the field. He gives it his all in the field as well. That is what I like about Rahul Chopra. But, you know, you were talking about Ali Abid. But look at how Usman has paced his innings. He was on 1 of 9 deliveries. And now he's going at better than run a ball. And this is really good to see. And this is where, you know, I like the maturity. He understands the game, reads the game really well, and goes according to the situation. And that is what I love about his gameplay.
Yeah, the more time he spends on a wicket, it will get only better and better. That's what his beauty is. Now he completed 2 and quickly. Very sensible running between Ali Abid and Usman Khan. Usman Khan moves to 40. Now this is impressive partnership. Yes, not a big contribution from Ali Abid, but I think it's a very important contribution.
Yeah, absolutely. Partnership was what was required. Look at that. 45 runs of 56 deliveries in a T20 game with 9 wickets in hand. Easy peasy. It shouldn't even go down to 20 overs if they don't pick up a wicket here. Swing and a miss for Sagir. There's still a decent over coming in from him. But the problem is, as Abid was pointing out, no wickets are going down. They needed to create pressure by picking up wickets. They needed to see the back of Usman Khan as soon as possible. They haven't been able to do that. Ali Abid looks a little unsettled, but that's the nature of the pitch. He's a brilliant batter himself, a match winner again. And again, quick running between the wickets. And a shy at the stumps. Rahul Chopra once again, that man. That concludes another over. It's 11 overs gone. And cruising along the Blitzers, 71 for 1. That's the batting card for you. Usman Khan not out, 40 of 37. The only batter who's out is Kamran Atta. Caught by Rahul, bowled by Ayan. Ayan bowled great couple of overs up front. He had given away 5 runs in his 2 overs and picked up a wicket as well at that point in time where he picked up Kamran's wicket. And Ali Abid has come out, and the captain knows what to do in a situation like this. Try to create partnerships and take singles as soon as possible. Ali Abid on 10 of 20, Usman on 40 of 37. It's going to be Ali Abid on strike, and it's going to be Abid Ibrahim on strike in the com box.
Well, thank you very much for giving me strike. Taking single is what they are doing here. Just slowly building this partnership and trying to create this game. An easy walk should be in the end. What I like is, as you were talking about, Marvels need a superhero. Oh, big shout! You know, what I think is that's not pitched in line. That could be the only factor to getting a wicket to Basil Hamid, as Marvels always need Captain America. Over here, Marvels are in need of a Captain Basil.
Well, yeah, certainly. A loud appeal. And a good appeal. I think it was the bounce that saved Usman there. And a single once again. He hasn't tried anything fancy. He knows how to approach this innings. He knows what to do. And I think once he changes gears, it's not going to be any easy for the Marvels. Leading edge. No man's land. and only another single again.
Yeah, they'll just try to create the pressure by putting singles and feeding strike to one another. Very watchful there. Drop and run. Chance of a run out. Direct hit would make the scenes here. It's no, you can't be. Yeah, look at that. Sold his partner half the river. Sent Ali Ahmed back halfway through. Really, really tough scenes. This time, Usman Khan goes on the long handle, one bounce into the fence. That was the longest part of the ground, but he got 4 runs into it. And it's 78 for 1 after 12. '78 for 1 after 12. This time he gets through, and the ball is traveling at the speed of knots. That's 4 runs. Cracking shot. Ali Abid got 4 runs on a very first delivery of a 13th over. Mohammad Saghir offered him with.
Absolutely, very good shot. All along the carpet as well. The only problem, I think, with the Marvels is that they're missing another spinner here. And I think, Abid, you pointed that out when the game started. They would miss the services of another spinner. Maybe someone other than Saghir could have come in and bowl a few overs of spin. Maybe that could have put a lot more pressure on the batting unit. But they're blazing along, the Blitzers. It's seemingly very easy for them. As of now, 83 for the loss of 1 after 12.2. The target is just 115. They're just around 32 runs shy of winning this one, which is going to be a very comfortable victory if they get there like this. Another single. Usman has made sure that he doesn't lose his wicket. He's put a price on his wicket today, and it has worked for the team in the favor of the team as well.
Well, indeed, it's been a really decent inning here. Yes, a slightly slower side that we are not used to. See a lot of batters play in 20 overs game because we've been spoiled by those 6s and 4s that every time we need. A very nicely bowled with a change of pace. A very tough touch from Ali Abid to get a single and bring Usman Khan on strike.
Yeah, nicely bowled. We haven't seen all that many slower balls today. So this was kind of a good change coming in from Saghir. Although in a low-scoring game, he's been pretty expensive. 15 balls, given away 20 runs till now. Already a 4 in the first ball of the over. So that makes things easier for these two. And Usman is just milking it around, going at a run a ball. He isn't in any hurry. He needs to be there till the last run is taken. And that is what he's thinking possibly, Abid.
What I have noticed here that the body language of Team Marvels is already dropping down. The shoulders are dropping. The chips are down. They've really almost given up the game. The body language plays a huge role in the contest.
Absolutely. But when you haven't scored all that many runs and you haven't picked up wickets in the first 10 overs, I think that's bound to happen. That's human to happen. So even if this game is a lost cause, they need to keep looking and trying to take this game deep so that there's not a big difference in the net run rate. 13 gone, 86 for 1.
Well, it's time for the power play. The 2 overs of a power play, which was been taken now, and maybe Usman would look for his 50 as well, and also look to get the team over the line as quickly as they want.
Taimur Bhatti coming into bowl. Expensive first 2 overs. Lacked control as well. Starts off with a good delivery right on the money. And another single taken to Jeevan on short fine leg. In fact, Usman says no to that single. Ali Abid was looking for one. So, or have they? I think they have. So 1 run taken on the very first delivery. That is what they've done well. They've rotated the strike really well. 48 or 44 for Usman Khan, the mighty Usman Khan. Undoubtedly, possibly the best batter in the domestic circuit right now in the UAE. And Ali Abid goes big. It's high in the air, hasn't gone anywhere, and it's a wicket. A little too late, I think, Abid.
Yeah, at least at a wicket, they were in a need. Maybe 2 overs back or 3 overs back. That would have made a lot of difference. But here, the power play was taken. The batter got under pressure. They wanted to get some runs, and couldn't clear the man at the mid-off, and taken a beautiful and easy catch there by Harshit. It's Ali Ahmed who's taking walkout. 18 of 27. Only one boundary in that. 87 for 2. And Nadeem comes in to replace Ali Abid. I think the damage is already done. The best part about Blizzards, they kept these wickets in hand. Just losing 2 wickets out of these 13.2 overs is the key. It frustrated the oppositions here, kept by keeping wickets in hand. Big job from Usman Khan.
Oh, nicely bowled. First up from Taimur Bhatti. He's bowling a gem of an over here. Given away just a single. Bowled a dot and picked up a wicket as well. It's 87 for 2. They needed somewhere around 130, 140. Look at that catch again. Trying to hit it too hard. Got it high on the bat. And an easy take at mid-on. So the power play working against the batters here.
Yeah, with that pace, when you bowl a Yorker, oh, Harshad Kaushik is in a need of a wicket. There he goes. Usman is not happy with Nadeem. And you need to make a very clear call, either if it's yes or if it's no.
I think it was Usman who wanted the run. There was never a run there. Maybe just wants to get to his 50 quickly. This is up in the air again. Has it been timed? Not really, but falling in no man's land again. So nothing going the Marvel's way today.
Yeah, it was clearly the extra bounce which troubled Nadeem there. And similarly, same thing happened with Ali Abid, where the ball got a little bit bigger on him. Still, knowing that the bowler is doing well and you're targeting him, you need to choose your battle. You need to choose the bowler to go after.
Absolutely. And there's no need for all this. Again, trying to go for the big shot, looking for a wide. Usman looking from one umpire to the other. Doesn't call it a wide. A very good over coming in from Taimur Bhatti. He's given away just 2 runs, picking up a wicket as well. It's 88 for the loss of 2 after 14.
Mohammad Zahid comes back into the attack. He's been quite economical. Yes, he's given a lot of extras, but then still, it has not been easy to get runs over him. He saw the batter coming down the track and he pulled his length back and bowled beautifully. 27 required of 35 looks easy, but with more intent, with bowling like this, I doubt we'll have a match in hand.
Yeah, couple of wickets in good time. Wickets in the same over, maybe. Both of these can change the tide of this chase for the Blitzers. Although still a lot of batting to come for them. And even Nadeem is very, very experienced as well, mind you. There's no doubt about that. He was very good in the last domestic tournament, but it was played on a flat track. And the kind of batting he does, this wicket won't suit him. This is up in the air, top-edged, lucky escape for Nadeem. It goes to the boundary for an easy 4 now.
Not a convincing shot, not in control at all, but he'll still get 4 runs. That would frustrates the bowler. Look at that. Head is somewhere, the bat is somewhere. Top edge, 4 runs. You need to get that to one middle of the bat to get going, and Nadeem is certainly looking for that. And I don't know why, but Nadeem is trying to strike every ball here. Just can't get it. What is the rush?
I think he has booked an appointment with someone. Maybe a dinner date, you never know. Oh, shy at the stump. Had it hit, he was a goner here.
Yeah, he would have straight away gone to the date if that would have hit the stumps. Probably that would have gone a date with the coach. Oh, he was goner. Look at the efforts there. You need to keep your basics right. You need to drag the bat. You need to put a little bit of extra efforts. You can't be just hanging the bat and walking in the park.
Yeah, certainly saved himself a date with the coach. Nicely played again. Another single again. He's on 49 of just 46 now. What a knock he's played. The understanding of the game for someone like Usman Khan always amazes me. He can change gears. He can play those big shots. He has the fastest century in the PSL. He's a brilliant, brilliant batter. And it would be amazing to see him at the senior level in the ILT20 as well.
Yeah, I think that's... he's played a lot of franchise cricket all over the world. And on his own backyard, ILT20 would be something special.
Oh, inside edge. Again, Nadeem this time missing out on a full toss. A juicy full toss outside off stump. That was a rare poor delivery coming in from Zahid. Another single on the brink of another 50 here. I've lost count how many 50s he's hit. Maybe more centuries than 50s.
Well, he himself lost the count because he's a team man who works in the team. He believes to take his team over the line rather than his personal milestones.
Well said. He's similar to Abid Ibrahim in that regard. Last ball of the 15th. And a drive in the air, upish, but goes towards the boundary. Has got enough legs. Yes, it has. It's going to reach the boundary for a 50 for Usman. He's on 53 of 47 now. And that ends the over. 15 overs gone, 99 for the loss of 2. That is the score right now. There's going to be a change in the com box. It's going to be Abdur Rahman along with Rashid Mohammed.
$15 overs done, 99 for 2 the total. Usman Khan playing a gem of a knock, 53 of 47 for him. But the Marvels, well, if they've done something right in this game, has picked up that power play point in terms of the numbers of runs scored. We just have to confirm that with our scorers.
Yeah, I think that was a smart move, and this is smart bowling as well. They're making sure that they keep themselves in the game. They're fighting till the last ball, and this is good to see. This is what you need of a team. It's the first game. You're missing out on your key player, Mohammad Wasim, as well. So just make sure that you give a fight and make sure that you take it till the very end.
You have to gauge the situation quickly. Again, lots of turn. Nadeem beaten outside off stump. Sent in for the power play. And I don't know if that was the right decision. Maybe the tactically incorrect one with the two left-handers still in the dugout. And the leg spinner is all over them like a rash. 7 runs for Nadeem. Oh, he goes in the air. That's a big shot. There is a fielder settling under it. And he takes a simple catch. Nadeem's struggle comes to an end. Zuhaib picks up a wicket.
Well, that was on the cards. Nadeem was definitely struggling against the young leggy, and he's bowled a very good delivery. That was a superb delivery, enticing Nadeem to go for that big shot. And what a good catch taken in the field. That was a very good catch taken by Mayank. Big wicket. Another one goes down 99 for 3. 7 of 10 for Mohammad Nadeem. 1 boundary in that innings. And Zuhaib takes that important wicket.
It's Fayaz Ahmed walking in at number 5. Left-hander, very experienced batter. They just need 16 more runs. They have lots of time. Can Marvels stage a comeback of epic proportions here? There you can see Rashid. That's what I was talking about. As soon as a leg spinner is bowling to the left-hander, loses his line and length just a little bit, and an easy single taken.
Well, I think you were asking for the left-hander to come in, but I think this is the first game of the tournament for the Blitzers, and they'll have that time to tactically probably change their batting order and play according to situation. At the moment, I think they're just going with the flow. They don't need to do anything extraordinary. 100 runs on the board. Enough time to chase down those 15 runs, 26 balls remaining, with Usman Khan settled on 53 of 47. Oh, a chance of a run out. Now, towards the wrong end, and they'll pick up that single now. Ashwant, what was he thinking?
I'll tell you what, Usman Khan not happy with Fayaz Ahmed. That was a single in the first attempt. Fayaz just ball watching. And the overthrow leads to 1 extra run now. 14 needed of just 25 deliveries. And Blitzers looking very good to put the first points on the board. Although I think it's Marvels who've already put up a point.
Oh, that's a wonderful delivery. Just the height probably. But that was a very good delivery coming in from the young leggy. Good over. Coming to an end. 101 for the loss of 3 after 16.
Well, Ayan Afzal Khan coming into bowl. 4 more overs to go. Just the 14 runs needed. Short delivery, played nicely into the gap, gets a boundary. It is the shorter leg side boundary. This is a big gamble from Basil Hamid.
Yeah, that was not a very good delivery to start with. Short delivery, and Usman Khan, we know how strong he is. Places it in the gap, and then but that went like a trace of bullet. No chance for the fielder. Good start to the over. Good comeback, young Ayan Afzal Khan. But I think just 10 runs required. Usman Khan will take his time and probably try to come out unbeaten.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you got that not out right next to your name. Again played in the air, that's in the gap as well. Oh, he's grasped it. He has grasped it. There was an opportunity to take Usman Khan out of the equation. It was Taimur Bhatti at square leg. That ball swirling in the air. In the end, he gets a boundary, lucky boundary.
Well, that was a good delivery. Now enticing Usman to go towards that shorter end of the ground. But Taimur in no position. 4 lucky runs, like you mentioned, for Usman Khan. And now just one hit away. Blitzers to get that first win under their belt.
Again, they goes down the leg side. This ball is in the air, over the fielder for a maximum. It took 3 deliveries to finish off the game for Usman Khan. Brilliant batting from the right-hander. Unbeaten on 68 and takes his team through.
What a knock that was from Usman Khan. This wasn't a very easy pitch to bat on, but he's made sure that he uses all his experience. Look at that last shot. Fetching it from outside off stump and just placing it. He's got so much power behind that sweep shot. He relies on that, and well, that was a very good shot to get 6 important runs, and more importantly, get those points on the board for himself and his team. Meanwhile, for Marvels, it'll be back to the drawing board. They did play a good game. They made a match out of it. Wasn't a big total they were defending, but they made sure that they kept taking wickets. They kept bowling in the right areas. And I think it's just about applying themselves now in the upcoming games.
Yeah, it's a very short turnaround time for all the teams. There's action coming thick and fast for everyone. That man on the screen there, he's all action. Usman Khan, 68 unbeaten in a run chase of 115. Shows the class of the man. Fayaz unbeaten as well. And not a lot to do when he came into bat. And the Marvels, as you said, well, they need to just tweak a few things. Maybe get that batting order right. They are missing a few important players, as you mentioned, Rashid. Mohammad Wasim, the UAE captain, not able to play in today.
Yeah, that would be a big dent. Remember, he is the captain as well of the side, so that does give you that extra bit of cushion. Remember, he's the UAE national team captain as well, so comes in with a lot of experience. Haider Wasisha, another man who was missing in that batting order. I would want to see him play as well. He can play an important role in such kind of wickets where the ball is not coming onto the bat, and you need a lot of experience as a batter. You need a lot of technique, just the way like Usman Khan and Ali Abid played out in the middle overs.
Haider Wasisha, I think he's still struggling with that arm injury. That's the batting card. Then Usman, unbeaten, 68 of 52 deliveries. Took his time, but in the end, worth the runs that he scored. Unbeaten. Kamranata started off quickly, 13 of 11 for him. Ali Abid struggled in the middle, 18 of 27. He'll have to have a look at the way he approaches the game. And Nadeem as well, 7 of 10. They had still quite a bit of batting to come. Not a lot of batters needed to take over that total of 115.
Absolutely, it was very good bowling by the Blitzers. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the bowling for Marvels. 6 bowlers used, and I think it was Ayan Khan who bowled really well in the start of the innings, and once Usman Khan settled down, he finished off things really quickly. He picked up a wicket. Taimur, but he was superb in the power play overs, picked up a wicket as well. Zohaib Zubair, well, he was getting the ball to turn and zip. He was that would be an encouraging sign for the support staff to have a look at the youngster. Other than that, I think it was just the runs on the board which was lacking for Marvels, which is why none of the other bowlers could make an impact. Just 8 extras shows you that they were very disciplined in their approach.
Yeah, Ayan conceding 14 runs in that last over he bowled. So he was very economical before that in the power play. And as you mentioned, just the 8 extras, 3 of them coming in that 1 over. So let's have a look at the highlights then. It's Taimur Bhatti who started off with the new ball. Good looking shots from Usman and Kamranatha. And Kamranatha, well, he always living dangerously, isn't he? Falling to Ayan Afzal Khan.
Yeah, some wayward bowling coming in the middle. I think that is where the pressure was released. Some good innovative shots from Usman Khan, and that's what you expect from him. He's going to pounce on those loose deliveries. Ali Abid, well, that one shot he played was looking very, very good, but just lost the plot, lost his wicket at the wrong time. They wanted the new batters to be in there for the for the settled batters rather, for the power play, and this is where I think that 1 point would play a very important role for the Marvels.
Yeah, they take some spoils from this game, picking up the wickets of Ali Abid and Nadeem cheaply. That's no mean feat. That was the last over then. No-win situation for Ayan to come into bowl, and Usman Khan just cut loose. There was a chance as well, a drop catch, and the last ball went for 6 to finish the game.
Excellent batting overall performance from the Blitzers, first with the ball and then with the bat. Let's have a look at the match summary. This was match number 1 of the ILT20 development tournament. The Marvels were asked to bat first after Blitzers won the toss. They got to only 114 runs. Some very good bowling by Uzair, picked up 3 wickets alongside Zubair, who picked up 3 as well. Ayan was the top scorer, 24 of 20. Basil, 20 of 19. And then while chasing this down, they managed to do that in just 16.4 overs. And that man, Usman Khan, unbeaten on 68, was the pick of the batters for them. Zohaib was looking good, picked up a wicket. And Taimur and Ayan picked up a wicket as well. But at the end, Blitzers win this game by 7 wickets. Well, we'll head into a short break. And when we come back, it'll be the post-match presentation.
number 1 of the ILT20 Development Tournament. Welcome to the post-match presentation of match number 1 here at the ILT20 Development Tournament, and it was a good game of cricket, a low-scoring game but a good game of cricket, especially for the bowlers. And from the Blitzers, we have our player of the match as well. Before announcing that, let me tell you, in the presentation party with me, handing over the player of the match medallion is of course Mr. Iftikhar Ali, the match referee, and it goes out for a great performance coming in for Uzair Khan. 4 overs, 3 wickets and just 14 runs, and making sure the opposition stuck to only 114 runs. Brilliant performance coming in from Uzair. Uzair, what a brilliant performance up front from you. So what is it that you're taking forward from this tournament?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much. First of all, really want to thank Almighty Allah, and of course, thank you so much again to the Blitzers that they gave me the opportunity. And yeah, of course, it's just a startup, and I performed well. And inshallah, in the upcoming matches, I will try my best to perform as I did today.
Uzair, they say the most difficult overs to bowl are the middle overs, because you just don't know what to do in those overs, and you excel in the middle overs. So what is the reason behind that success?
To be honest, when I bowled my first over, I thought the wicket was a little bit on the slow side. So I try my best to bowl in the good areas and try to use my varieties, and alhamdulillah, it went off good for me.
All right, congratulations for the kind of start that you've had, and keep it up for the remainder of the tournament as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, that was Uzair Khan. He is the player of the match for match number 1. We have another game lined up. It's going to be Dynamos versus Pearls up next at 8:30 live. Stay tuned for that.